Well, hey everyone, welcome to D&D with R&D. I am not R&D, I am Christy. I am the host of this program, but the star of the show, of course, is our Dungeon Master, R&D, kissing up. But before we start on our adventure, what we normally do is have Micro give us a recap of what happened in the last episode. And my oh my, this would be an interesting recap. So, yes, please go ahead.
Last time, we went to we got a tour. We got a tour. So the party,
you can say
the party went in to Black Ash Keep, the city, into it proper, and discovered that things only got weird on the inside.
Nice.
We kept being sprayed with dust, which turned out to be mushroom spores. We were people are hallucinating, have mushroom phobias. Everyone is trying to sell things. We went to the library, and so long story short, it turns out that this whole thing is orchestrated by a fiend, a mushroom fiend. So figuring, and we also met two college students on their gap year trip, basically.
Yeah.
And it was like
spring break.
Yeah, spring break. You're coming with me. You're coming with us. You're coming with us. And we made a run for it. After having wisely decided not to fight the fiend, we smashed down. Well, we didn't smash down the wall. We turned the wall to mud and then ran out. and then had a little fight to actually get out. Lost Chomper.
Oh yeah, you totally did.
He's a crystal somewhere.
Yeah. Pour one out. Pour one out.
Oh, you
for
lost
Champa.
Buttercup too.
Yeah, but she can be rebuilt much easier.
Yeah,
We
you
can
didn't
rebuild
permanently
her.
lose. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
But
we didn't permanently lose a Chomper either. We could theoretically get him back. He is a crystal somewhere. But when we last ended, we had gotten away, and we were about to try and get out of get through the zone where we are being non-magically, like, hey, you don't want to leave. So let's see how that goes.
I'm locked in one of the carriages.
Yes, because you really don't want to leave.
Yeah, we're having some consent problems with you, so we're just bypassing that until the time we figure you'll be in a better, more sober state to make a decision.
Yeah.
Do we still have Bless up? Because we did.
Probably. I don't know how long this blast lasts. Minute? 10 minutes?
Yeah,
If it's
it
a
would,
minute, yes. If
it
it's
would
a
last
minute,
a minute, sure.
I have no idea. Minute? Probably a minute, not so much. Because you guys did stop. You just to remind you, you did phone up Claire and was like, "What is going on?"
Okay, so we don't have it in Bless anymore.
Probably not. No.
Okay.
No, not a minute. It's definitely been more than a minute.
I think we did that before the whole fight thing broke out. And Bless, I think, was when the fight broke out. But even still, it's going to be a fight.
Yeah. So
run to the
I believe
cars,
we ended up. Yeah, you didn't. The part that you broke the wall at wasn't like it was near the carts, but it wasn't right where the carts were. So you still have to
we had to run
your way over there.
Yeah, lock up our fellow people and.
Yeah. So you are. I don't know what happened, and I'm gonna try to put the image back up, but for whatever reason, like what I was using for the town, there it is. The map that I was using for the town just was like, I don't want to load anymore, and I'm gonna disappear off of Roll 20, but I'm gonna try to get it there. So you find yourselves back in like the bridge by the find yourself back at the bridge by the inn that or the restaurant that sold the really good apple pie. Yeah, and that's where you're finding yourselves currently.
You might have to move us.
I am trying to get that. I don't know what happened, but that particular map is gone, so I'm going to try to get it back. So give me a second.
Okay. I thought you had already gotten it back.
No, not yet. Working on it.
Fair enough.
But yeah, that's where you are finding yourselves currently.
Presumably making a dash forward in the carts.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Or kind of asking the rest of the party. That
Run.
I think we gotta run.
All run.
Run. Can you do another bless?
Yeah, sure.
Just so that we can get through.
Yeah, it'll only help on attacks and saving throws.
But saves.
Saves is what we need.
Yeah, well, yes. One bless coming up.
I'm just gonna try to get through the save area. Okay.
Well, we don't really have much other choice.
Through the save wall.
Let's see. 3, 4, 5. How many are there of us?
You are a lot. You
6.
have you. Well, Etsa doesn't have to do one because she's already charmed or whatever. You have Tiaho, Felix, Horatio, Shala, Preet, Walter, and Antonio.
All right. Well, I can't get
7 of you.
If I cast it at level 5. I won't have any more level 5 spells left, but I got some other one. It's okay. I can get then 3 plus 4, 5, 6, 7 of us on a bless.
Okay.
Okay. Hopefully it should work now.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay. All right. I don't know why it deleted that background, but there you guys go.
Goodbye, level 5 spells for the today.
Okay.
All right.
Everyone, turn your
actually, I
blessing.
think, and a couple didn't know. You wouldn't have to make one either because you already tried.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't know that, but just to help you out, you don't have to make.
Well,
another
then,
save.
if I don't need to do it, then I can pass one off to the lads.
Okay.
So there were. I could do 7. I think I said, and Edsley
Yes.
and myself don't need them.
You don't need it. Yeah.
Yeah. That is the current state of play.
Okay. I think that means everybody has bless.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
In your whole party. So, you get into your carts. Edsley isn't fighting you. He's just kind of like, yeah, sure, I'll sit here. Until you start pulling away from the town. As you start kind of near the bridge, she starts getting. She's definitely not having
Chrissy,
this whole.
I'm sorry. Could you mute?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I wasn't.
No worries.
At first, she just starts complaining, like, "No, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Let me out. Let me out." And as you get closer and closer, she, unless you're going to try to physically force her, she's going to try to get out of the cart and leave.
Edsley, fight it. Fight it for Claire. She's waiting for you.
But you have such a nice house here. You could have. You could raise your children here.
Claire's
Edsley,
on the other side of the bridge.
Can I see Edsley?
I don't know. Which cart did you shove Edsley into?
Yeah.
It could be any cart except hers because there are secret exits out of that one.
Would you
we
know
know
that?
that.
Would you all
Yeah,
know
we know that.
secret-
Yeah. I would have
No,
told
we
them
would-
that there were secret exits in my cart.
Okay.
I wouldn't tell them where they were, but I would tell them that they exist.
Horatio's probably also, Harek's old card probably also wouldn't make a whole lot of sense since it has a flap in the top.
Probably. Does anyone have hold person or anything like that?
I've got
I
a
have-
bardic
I have-
inspiration if she can save. I can inspire
Well,
her.
I have hideous laughter. I could make her like collapse. And,
I have both those spells.
yeah, but it doesn't work on yourself.
I know, but it
Would
it's
be
not
great
useful.
if it did.
I know.
Yeah, I mean,
hold
yeah, if
person.
you can figure out a way to incapacitate her or tie her down. Otherwise, she is going to try to get out of that cart.
All right, so where is she?
Yeah, sorry.
Um,
So I would either be in Shavaris's old cart or in your cart.
Well, I could entangle her.
Yeah, you certainly could.
that's a
It entangles a lot of things, though.
yeah. That's gonna entangle the.
Basically, the
Cart
entire
and
inside of the
everything.
cart.
Yeah.
Whatever cart she's in, I'll just cast entangle inside of it. Close the door.
Oh yeah, because it won't go out. It will.
Yeah.
Well, it will go
Okay.
out if.
Sure, I like this idea. You can just entangle the whole last cart.
Oh,
The
and
entire
I mean, the
inside.
inside. The inside.
Yeah, the inside of the cart, yes.
Oh,
yes.
and it's Survivor's old card, so
Yeah.
there's plants everywhere. So it's just those.
Yeah. All right, well,
Get out my.
so that's Edsley. You got to do a strength saving throw of 18.
A strength?
Yeah.
Against my
Ooh, all right.
Bandora.
Sorry.
Ugh, you're so slimy.
So you see, Preet goes is.
I
in
have a plus
Shavaris's
0
cart.
too.
That was a really good roll. That's like the only good roll you had since last time you didn't have like no good rolls.
Yeah.
Um,
Shut your mouth.
Shavaris's cart, the plants in the cart just start to overgrow everything on the inside, and vines wrap around everything through the cupboards and up to the floor and ceiling. And at first, Edsley just kind of out of it, just kind of was like, "Oh, pretty plants." And then they slowly start wrapping around, and she's like, "No plant.
No plant. Bad plant.
No plant for you." and heads towards the door because you're at the bridge and she's just not gonna cross that bridge. It's like no.
Y'all might want to like incapacitate me.
We trying. So, all right. I'm going to cast blindness.
Ooh. What kind of save you got to do for that?
That is a. Let's see. I think it's Constitution, but give me a sec. All right. Constitution save. Yep.
Okay. What do I have to meet?
You have to meet 15.
Let's hope I get below that.
Oh no!
Oh no!
She's getting all the good rolls at this point. So
Those are my
nice
worst ones.
Etsley, on the bright side, Etsley isn't trying to run away from you guys. She's just refusing to move. So once she walks out of the cart, she goes past the bridge back onto the dirt road and just like she's happy there.
I'm
That's
just
fine.
standing there.
Yeah, like this is perfectly fine.
Preet will go up to
I
Felix.
presumably see her get out.
Yep, and she's standing there. And once she's there, she's not trying to fight you all. She's not being belligerent. She's just
I'm gonna cast hideous laughter on her.
What do I have to roll?
You have to roll a wisdom saving throw, DC
Okay.
19.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see you pass this one too. Yay!
He
Yay!
collapses and starts laughing hysterically.
You hear in your head, Etsley. Did you know that you cannot run in campsites? You have to ran because it's past tense. And
That was a
Etsley,
horrible joke.
she thinks about this joke and just starts laughing.
I was expecting you to say
uncontrollably.
something else.
The literal components, the material components of hideous laughter is tiny tarts and a feather that is waved in the air. It's literally pie throwing and tickling.
Nice.
All right, so I'm gonna go and probably with Tiaho, we're going to tie her up as she's laughing her butt off
Yes.
and stick her back in a cart tied up.
She might get another saving throw. It is she will get one each 6 seconds. So
Yeah, she
it's
does get one
early.
at her turn, but let's see. Roll me with advantage a sleight of hand, Felix, to tie her up.
Okay. God
Oof.
damn. All right, luck.
Okay.
There.
You go. Okay, you got her.
I was about to say, you better tie me up good.
Yeah. So you got her as tied up as you think you're pretty confident this will hold her. Etsley, you can do another wisdom save, see if you can get out of this. Nope. So she's still laughing.
Okay, good.
She's tied up and is just laughing her ass off. So you are pretty much free at this point. She's tied up, so you're free to just drag her out.
Preet can help. Not very much, but to help put her back in the cart.
Get in the cart and let's go.
Nice cushy bed of leaves and vines to rest on and laugh.
Yeah. All right. As you're crossing the bridge, then I need everyone besides Preet and Etsley to roll their wisdom saves to see you can make it.
Let's have a look.
And then we've got with bless, which is what, plus a D4, right?
Yes.
Is this a magical thing?
Yes, you get advantage.
So wisdom.
That could have been better.
Boom.
Okay.
And a D4.
D4. Oh no, Tiaho.
She gets a 13.
Okay. And Shala. Okay. What is Shala's? Shala, what's your thing? Okay. Perfect. So, As you are making it across, Felix, you make it across just fine with Etsley in the back. As you make it over the bridge, she is screaming bloody murder about leaving the city.
Through the laughter.
Through the laughter. Like, it's this horrible, like, cackling, laughing, just swearing at you, just not having it. Once you make it over the bridge, it's like it just shuts off, and all you hear is Etsley laughing in the corner uncontrollably. Let's see, Horatio, you feel like as you pass through this like wall, this invisible wall, it feels like you're pushing against jello. Like you're just slowly, like your mind gets everything just feels kind of difficult, but you eventually
like I stood up too fast.
Huh?
Like I stood up too fast.
Yeah, it feels weird, but you get through there. Who's in your cart, Horatio?
I presume Tiago would be with me.
Okay. As you're making it through, Tiago bolts out of your cart, and she is sitting at the other side of the bridge, like back in town, just sitting on the grass. Preet, where's Preet's? Did Preet roll?
No,
No,
I
Preet didn't have
to
to roll. Who's in your cart,
Yep.
Preet? You're right.
I don't know who is in Preet's cart with him.
Well,
the lads?
Probably the guy. Yeah,
The guys,
yeah.
at least one of them.
one or both
Hopefully
of them.
both of them. They could be a sandwich around me.
Yeah, so both of them. Walter sticks around just fine.
Mm-hmm.
You do see Antonio is the one who gets out of your cart and walks back and is sitting next to Tiago.
All right.
What about Shala?
Shala is with you, Horatio, and she tried her best to keep Tiago in check, but couldn't.
I have to say, I'm a big fan of this hideous laughter. I walk up to Horatio and say, "Want to try that again? Worked pretty well with Etsley. I'll do one, you'll do the other."
Is she gonna run back if I stop it?
She's just laughing. She stopped the screaming. She's also tied up, so
Just need them, we need them
she's tied up.
incapacitated, right?
Yeah. I'll do one, you'll do the other.
All right.
That works.
Yep. So
Okay.
we're both going to be casting.
at this point, with your combined efforts, because there are so many of you that are able to go back and forth, and Walter is more than happy to help you out. So you can spend your
And also they're up against the two main like big casters.
yeah. They'll Walter's got or Victor. Yeah, Victor isn't making that shit, and Tiago didn't make her last wisdom save, so I doubt she'll make this one.
They basically have to roll a 20.
Yeah, they're not making it. So, you both end up with and now that all of you can kind of cross back and forth freely. It's just a matter of coordinating it and struggling your way through it. Like hideous laughter, wrap them up in ropes, drag them over, lots and lots of screaming and yelling and cussing, and then silence and laughing and then silence, and then cast it on the other one, wrap them up in ropes, drag them over the bridge, cussing and screaming and laughing, and then silence. And you have your three. You have Etsley, Antonio, and Tiago tied up. They seem dazed, but besides that, and once you stop, concentrating on the
you don't last a minute.
They stop laughing. They're just rather quiet. Etsley, you're just really sad. That's just really sad. You just
Oh, so I'm guessing now that Etsley stopped laughing, she's just looking very, very melancholy, sitting on the cart while tied up.
Yeah, you don't have that same urge. You don't want to run over there, but it does feel like I feel like there's a giant hole in your heart, like something is missing. And
Aw.
if only you could find a way to fill it. You have a city-shaped hole in your heart.
Oh,
And only mushrooms.
she's gonna be
will fill it.
sad for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, that's how I feel when I leave Cologne.
Felix is going to be like, pull it together, snake lady. Come on. You got this. We're fine.
Snake lady?
That hurt. That's mean.
That's what I thought. That's what you were.
Yeah,
That's what you are.
accurate.
That's how is that any different from saying I'm a goldfish man? A man fish.
You're a freshwater fish.
Just need a
Yes.
good night's sleep. Things will be better in the morning.
Let's get a decent decent amount away from this weird town. We probably won't be able to get out the corrupted area.
Now
but
that Etsley's okay, she's gonna go back to her cart and crawl into her canopy. And
we
just
haven't
curl
untied
up.
you.
Only if they had tied. I don't know if they're untying you or not.
I'm not
Are you okay?
untying you unless
Oh, no, you're not
promise
crawling
to
back
be
into anywhere.
good. You've got to
Etsley's
promise.
just gonna get more sad.
Fine. That's fine. You could be sad. You just have to stay here and be sad. I promise, Claire.
Oh, you miss Claire. It would have been
do.
so nice if she was here.
Yeah, it would be nice. I want to go back to my cart and sulk.
Felix
I don't trust
let you.
Preet's gonna kind of flex his guns.
So
while
I'm just
he's-
gonna stay
Oh.
tied up in your cart.
Yeah, Preet's kind of gonna flex his guns a bit as he's, controlling the cedars unnecessarily. Do some like poses, some of those Twitter poses that you see guys doing.
I as a person just love Preet so much.
All right. So with
he's
that, yeah. What is your plan? You have like 3 really sad people. Otherwise, everyone's pretty healthy.
Let's get at it. Let's get
Have
some
all the
distance.
weird effects of like hearing voices and all that stopped?
Nope.
Okay.
So you still smell bad. You still are hearing voices. One of you is in chronic pain, I think. Chala, I think, is in chronic pain.
How long has it been since we've had a long rest? Like, how long did we
Chronic
travel?
fatigue.
A couple hours or something
Um,
before we. be able
you
to get a long
got
rest?
to the city around noon. You did a lot of wandering around, so it's probably starting to get towards like evening.
Yeah, let's just do a couple
And also-
hours so that we.
And there's also some travel time to get away from this place.
Yeah. So by the time you get somewhere, like the sun is definitely setting, and it's probably around that time to
Start
getting yourselves ready. Felix, you have the message rock stone. You hear the very familiar voice of Claire on the other side. Felix,
Yep.
how's Etsley? Is she okay?
Well, she's sad. She misses you. We had to tie her up to drag her out of that town.
Well, thank you for getting her out. She's so much trouble sometimes. I did a little bit of research on the name that you provided me. Could you tell me everything that happened? I'm still a little fuzzy on your situation.
So I basically tell her everything that happened.
It is a bit odd. The oh god, this name, I don't know why I picked this person. Sukmoy, you said it was a nice city. Everything was clean and green.
Yeah, but everything around it is hideous. It's disgusting. It smells bad. And even in when we went into different places, there was weird dust everywhere. That there were odd smells coming out of people. There's still odd smells coming out of people.
Well, typically Sukmoy will just corrupt the whole area. I'm surprised that somehow there must be some very either powerful magic or something going on that's letting that area be nice and green. It should be, if she is there, absolutely overrun with corruption. Not a
Well,
single bit of green or joy there.
it used to be, and I don't know why this would help, but it used to be a big necromancer's place.
It is possible the necromancer delve too far into something he shouldn't. They do have a tendency to do that.
Yes, they do.
But at most, they might have torn a hole in reality, allowing Sukmoy to get in. But it's very curious that Sukmoy does not typically operate this way. From what you describe, it sounds like. Have you ever heard of a pitcher plant, Felix?
No.
It's a plant. It grows in very warm climates. It smells very, very sweet and is very inviting to insects. And they wander in only to find it very difficult to get out. Then the plant slowly eats them while they sit inside, enjoying its nectar.
Certainly sounds like the place we were at.
Like a fly trap?
I believe that this is probably what is going on. It's there. You saw there's plenty of people there. They all seem to be happy, if not themselves. She's probably feeding off of them as they slowly decompose in the city. I am, however, surprised that she would use any magic or devices or anything to make the area seem nice. That is not how she typically operates. So there's something else afoot.
Well, I mean, do you think we need to go back in there? Because I don't think we've got the chops, to be honest. If it's the Z lady, unless you can think of some way to make our chances a little better.
Probably the most important thing is for you to find a way to cure yourselves of your ailments. The closer you get and the longer you spend near her, the worse it'll get. You said that the area around you was worse than the city.
Is it still bad? We've been
not like in the area you showed up. It was really bad close to Shala's lake, but here it's not bad, but it's nowhere near as nice as it was in Black Ash. Granted, Black Ash was like ideally nice,
So that's what I tell her. Like, it was real bad near this lake, which used to be apparently really nice. It's better here, but you know.
I couldn't tell you what else is going on. I get the sneaking suspicion that Zookmoy is not actually in that city. I don't think it would take incredibly powerful magic. Even your little fish friend would be able to detect it. To be able to keep her corruption at bay for such a large area. Her corruption extends from miles and miles.
Do you think it's some sort of cultist of hers?
From the way they were acting, potentially. She does. The mushrooms that she uses are very good at enslaving people. So she might just have them under her control. She does often. You said that at the cathedral-looking place that there were three 3 people or 3 images at the front.
Yes.
Well, I don't know why there'd be 3, but Zuckmoy does have a tendency to share her realm with another fiend named Jubilex.
That's a lot of fiends.
It is a lot of fiends.
I mean, I want to help these people, I do. But I just don't know what we can do against all this. I mean, we nearly lost Etzley. She was screaming her head off. We had to cast several spells on her and tie her up to get her out.
Yes. More than likely, if you wish to set the city free, you're going to have to do some preparations first. This is not a place where you can simply storm it head first and hope to win. You could leave it be. Sounds like it's already has and will continue to attract people to it. It'll be a nice city where people will wander in and live out the last year of their life before being consumed by Zuckmoy.
I'll tell the other. Do me a favor. Keep seeing what you can find out. I also told her about the lady who was supposedly there.
Miss Hazel.
Yeah. See if you can find out anything. I will. I don't even know this area, but I'll talk to the others and maybe we'll get back to you. Hey, you want to say something nice to Etzley? She needs some cheering up.
All right. Yes, if I could speak with her.
All right. So I give Etzley. I'll even untie you a little.
Oh, I thank you.
I'll have to think of the nice thing she says to you, but
Oh, wow. You'll have to think of something nice to say towards me.
something nice that Claire would say to Etzley. But it does cheer you up a little bit.
You're struggling.
Etzley,
I am
you're just
struggling.
inherently unlikable person, apparently.
No, it just has to be something like, that'll get Etzley's spirits back up. She'll let you know that eventually the two of you will find a place to settle down. That it's okay that this is not the place.
Not the
Okay.
corrupted town.
Yes, not the corrupted town. But otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's
Woo.
what you get from her. Anything else you'd like to ask her?
I guess that's a no.
Etzley doesn't want to chat. Etzley doesn't have any questions. She just wants to chat.
Okay.
So she's just gonna chat to her for a little while.
Yeah, you can sit there and chat with her all you'd like.
So, and I tell everybody else about everything that she said and the two guys and Shala and Mike and everybody, Preet and the goldfish.
I have a name.
The goldfish. The two guys.
You were okay with her calling me Snake Lady.
Just wanted to use the name for everyone else.
The hypocrisy.
I'm not a hypocrite. I'm a goldfish.
Two are not mutually exclusive, goldfish.
Walter and Antonio are very grateful to you. And they, Walter being the only one who's got any sense of mind at the moment. Apologizes for the fact that he's about to be a big old coward. And he's like, we cannot. Thank you for saving us. We cannot go back in there. That was the most terrifying thing I have ever done in my short life. I think it's
don't worry about it. You'd be in the way, and
Yes.
frankly, that would just be annoying.
Yes, we would not ask you to go back in there. We might not even go in there back there ourselves.
Not if we can't figure out how.
Well, let's, like, nobody has to go anywhere just yet, But, I mean, you don't necessarily have to go back, but you might be able to help by, I don't know, did you learn anything about this? Like the connection between these things, or the spores powder that they were blowing in our faces? Do you know anything from your university studies that might help us here?
I think they might be freshmen.
Yeah, that might not be all that smart. They're in their gap year. Oh, they also rolled a crit, so.
Oh.
Always worth asking.
A crit.
Freshman.
Well, they were in the advanced placement courses. They did AP stuff.
Well,
Took college credits, early college credits.
one of them took mycology.
Yes. Okay. The spores, they're not going to go away over time. They are living. They have pretty much, especially you, Horatio, who has literal mushrooms growing out of you in your little bowl. They take root inside of you, and they will sit there, and they might not get any worse, but they're not going to get better by just ignoring them. Just letting them sit there will just going to kind of continue with the same kind of crap that you've been dealing with. So, in order to get rid of them, you're going to have to use. You're probably going to have to find a cleric or a medicine person who can use either lesser or greater restoration to get them off of you.
I can probably do lesser restoration after a rest.
Depending on how bad it is, lesser restoration will only get rid of one symptom. Horatio, for example, has 3. Etsley has 2. Preet has 1. Tiaho has 3. So you would need a lot.
Whew. I mean, that's a day's worth of spell slots at least.
Yeah, definitely. Like a
Can anyone else do lesser restoration?
Let me take a look at what I have here. Don't remember. Got a resurrection. If we could maybe kill somebody, I can bring him back with that thing.
You're so eager to use resurrection.
You just want to resurrect somebody, don't you?
We literally have dead people in the fucking bag of holding right now that you could just resurrect.
I'm
if you
more of
You want to
a.
resurrect the dead people in your bag? You do have.
I mean,
I think you have heads of people in your bag too.
Really, honestly, I think it's time. If we should maybe take a day
Is this the episode?
of dealing with some of this, because this is ridiculous. Like, we can't just keep tearing heads around forever.
That could be part of preparing, is adding 2 more people. Since the boys aren't gonna
They start with
fight,
5
then
points of
we can have
exhaustion.
the other 2.
Yeah, they are gonna start it's gonna take a week at least for them to get back up and going.
Best time to start is now.
Yeah.
But-
It's not like you're gonna go back in tonight.
Yeah.
Please, let's
None
not,
of you are in any
let's
condition
not
to go
do
back
that,
in.
please.
You are in 0 condition
Well-
to wander back in.
Does anyone else have any kind of restoration? I don't.
No, I'm more of a keeping you alive till the end of the battle kind of helpy bard. I'm not like a life cleric and stuff. No, I do healing.
I'm more of a
Curing.
get into your brain kind of person, and also stab your brain kind of person.
Shala can do it. Druids have that.
Probably can.
Shavaris could, right?
Shavaris could if we resurrect her, yeah.
Could I? Here's a question: do I have enough necromantic knowledge that I could do life transference and specifically target the mushroom parts of inside of me?
No. God, well, there's so many of them.
Okay.
They're more or less micro, nano machines.
Yeah, I'm full of hyphae.
Yeah, you're not.
Okay, so I cannot. It was worth a question if I could like kill them by-
Micro mushrooms.
Yeah, micro shrooms.
Yeah, so Shavaris has greater restoration. She could do it twice a day. Or twice per long rest.
Well, yeah, but could she do it if she's exhausted?
I don't think it hurts your spell
Yeah, I
ability.
don't think it has
I don't
to
think it
do
does.
anything.
Do we
I don't
have
remember the
diamond
rules of
dust?
exhaustion.
And you
but-
can actually get rid of levels of exhaustion doing it. So, I mean, it would take like a week. Probably we'd need to do like a downtime activity of resurrection. But we could add 2 powerful party members and have the biggest fight of our lives. It would
Well,
be
they are
stupid.
going to be lower levels.
Well, that's all right. You know, you can't have everything.
So is Tiaho.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't. It wouldn't do it. It wouldn't prevent her from doing it. Do we have diamond dust?
And I think Shavaris
Well-
has blight and stuff like that.
If I look, you remember those? I got a lot of gems. I just said these are mine now, and they
You
let me
do have a
keep them.
lot of gems.
And I made sure to get diamonds.
Yeah.
Did when I take them out, do they still look like diamonds?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yep. They would. They're not dust. That's not the problem. They're
I've got
diamonds.
tools, man. I can make dust out of this motherfucker.
It's a really hard material, but they
Actually, no. Turning like it's really hard to scratch, but if you throw a diamond, it will break. They're brittle.
oh, they're
It's
brittle.
actually
Okay.
not that hard to.
They're the other.
break
They're the
diamond.
other kind of hard.
Yeah. So, yeah.
What it like?
Lol.
What's that? St. Frederick's tier, whatever that one glass that tier.
Oh yeah. The ones where if you hit it in a specific spot, it explodes.
Yes, but it's really hard and you can't break it. It's really
Yes. Yeah, you have. But if you break the tail, it explodes.
That sounds awesome.
cool. Entirely different, but yes. Sorry, reminded me of that. Okay, you probably like all of this is going to take you time. So
Yes.
it sounds like we are in the downtime part of D&D.
Yeah.
You
So
all
if
are
we
gonna
can,
take-
Oh, snizzly snap.
I will ask the people who live here, Shala and William and whatever. Like, is there a place to go that is like, are we stuck just camping, or is there like a city nearby? Or
Oh
a
no,
town?
there's definitely okay, so you are now in Historia. Which hey, great stuff here. So it is its own country with its own things. Let me see if I can there it is. Oh man. There is Historia. So you are to give you some amount of context, you came out around here by this little palm tree, just a little bit north of the Everlasting Tops. And that's more or less where you went. You didn't wander around too much. This whole area, it's very very green and foresty and just very, very green area. Finding a village is probably not going to be too hard. Antonio and Walter have been through a lot of these areas, so they can definitely help you out. It's mostly a matter of how big of a place you want. Do you want to find a city? The cities are probably a little further away. Do you want to find like a village, a town, little outpost? Like, what are you looking for?
I mean, I'm just looking for a place to, where we can sort of chill and, yeah. So I don't think it has to be like a city.
Is a
Yeah.
village going to be good enough, or would you like something a little bit bigger?
I actually think
Do
we can camp in our.
You could camp, yeah. You don't have to go anywhere, but no one I mean, at this point, you've had your long rest. No one is coming after you. Like no one has tried to look for you. You haven't had rustling in the nights. It's just been pretty calm.
Oh, maybe go to a bigger place. We could find someone who could help us with greater restorations.
Yeah, maybe we could get some information.
Throw money at the problem.
Yeah, that would be useful.
So maybe a
You have a-
decent-sized town.
A decent sized town. Okay.
We don't want to go too far because we're probably going to have to go back.
Ugh.
Again, it doesn't. Yeah. Well, depends on you all. Do you want to save the place or not?
It's fine.
I guess we can save the place.
I guess we can save them. I don't want to go back, but I guess we'll save them.
Yeah. After about 24 hours at sleep, you feel better. You feel real stupid for the way you acted. But besides that, you feel fine. Like you no longer feel this deep sadness of being away from Black Ash. And you no longer feel an urge to get there. You just feel real stupid for the way you acted.
And that feeling of stupid is just going to turn into just anger toward the town. Like, stupid town. I want to burn the fucking thing down. Like, frickin'.
All right. Well, okay. The nearest big city, like an actual city, if you want to throw money at the problem, is Corletta. That is the nearest city. They'll probably have Walter and Antonio can guide you there. They'll probably have the clerics and all that. Pay money, but you'd be able to have all that.
Oh, also, now that Etsley is feeling herself again, she's gonna apologize to Claire if she said anything stupid.
So, I mean, it's not that you don't remember. You feel stupid because you remember everything you said.
Yeah.
You don't feel stupid because you blacked
she's gonna
out.
pretend like she doesn't remember.
Oh, okay.
Just to save from the embarrassment. She's gonna pretend like she doesn't remember.
I know. Yes, but you will feel embarrassed because you remember how stupid you were being.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Carletta is the closest city. And it happens to be more or less like a border city, right at the that in between spot in the Everlasting Tops, where it's like a trade city. So that's where everyone goes by, and everyone has to go through immigration and all that. So there's lots of trade and lots of people selling lots of things.
We would also have to be extremely careful because if there's lots of trade, that means there's going to be maybe a few people looking for certain wanted folk. And she's going to look over at Felix and raise her brows.
Felix will be casting disguise self.
Okay.
As whenever she can.
I will also cast.
Well, we still have the
myself,
hats, don't we?
And I'm going to wear my
You still have the what?
hood and cowl.
Do we have hats?
No, we don't have hats.
No.
That's a disguise.
No.
You bought those.
Everyone knows that a hat and a trench coat is the best disguise you can do.
No. But yes, Etsley is back to being her paranoid self, where everyone's out to get her.
Yes.
All the time. So yes,
Well,
you do have the heights of
pretty
disguise
much.
self. You bought those for a little bit.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think we're all going to put those on.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep. And I'm also
except for
going to wear my
Shala
hood.
and the boys,
and my
but
cowl.
honestly, they don't care. They're like, whatever.
quick question: are we gonna resurrect the two other members? Because if we do, I do need to do some editing of Herrick's sheet.
Yeah, we're gonna resurrect him.
Okay,
Don't do it. We're gonna do it to him.
I'm gonna do the thing we
Gonna do it
discussed
to him.
way back.
Sure, I don't know what it was, but I believe in you.
So the idea is that Herrick has been while he's been in the afterlife.
Oh, I remember this. Okay.
Yeah, he he's changed from a ranger to a path of the beast barbarian because he's gotten even like his afterlife has basically just been hunting, so he's gotten even more feral.
It's got even more feral.
Oh, like me.
All right. So at some point, I'm going to take Tiaho aside and I say, well, we got the good news about that trip is we did get some diamonds, so we can resurrect Herrick and Shavaris. And so yeah.
All right. She turns a very bright red. Sir Herrick. Oh, it would be lovely to see him again.
Yeah.
Etzley's gonna elbow her like,
So we should probably do that before going into the city, just because, resurrection magic just inside like of a tavern is considered weird.
Little taboo.
A little taboo. It's one of those things,
Okay. All right. So we're bringing back Herrick and Shavaris. That's what. Okay. So
Finally, it's been so long.
Who's casting the spell?
Has to be Preet. I don't have it.
Spell. Okay.
Yep, Preet's the one with the spell.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would have because we had a long rest. I would know it was coming up, so I'd have prepared it.
Okay, give me 1 second.
There it is.
Because things have been happening in the background.
Oh.
And I don't know if they've happened yet or not.
Oh, exciting!
I gotta figure them out. So.
Oh no. I don't trust that.
You shouldn't.
I don't trust the man with the man bun.
With the dice.
The dice and the bun.
Okay. Cool beans. Okay.
I like my beans warm.
Do you have enough spell slots to cast them both on the same day?
Nope, one at a time.
Okay, one at a time. So who are you gonna cast it on first?
Well, Shavaris.
Do Shavaris?
Yeah.
Yeah, just so Micro has enough time to fill his sheet.
Thank you. There's a lot of things that needs to be changed.
Also,
I don't expect him to get in combat anytime soon, but still.
Plus, she can also do greater restoration once she's come to, and then she can do it herself to get better faster, and then keep doing it. So.
All right. So Felix reaches into her bag of holding, pulling out pieces of a person. Not a whole person, just pieces, because that was the only way
we had to fit her in there somehow.
Figure out how to put her in here. So there's pieces, which I think, if I remember right, all you got to do is touch one of them, probably the biggest chunk, right? And call for its soul, and see if it will come to you.
Yes, if the soul is free and willing, target returns to life with all its hit points.
So, what is? Let me look at your character sheet.
Yeah.
Real quick here. I'm gonna make this not easy because, of course, I am. What's your spellcasting?
18.
No, Mattify. What do you use for spellcasting?
Oh, charisma.
Charisma. Oh, there it is. Use charisma. Mm-hmm. Okay. So roll me just a straight old fashioned charisma. Pretty much what you're trying to do is you're trying to coax Shavaris back to you.
Okay.
Using your charisma.
Can I help her by calling and be like,
no, this is something that Preet's gotta do on her own. This is something Preet's gotta do on her own.
All right, here we go. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, let's see. Okay. You call for her. So all right, let's start with everyone else. We'll start with the whole scene here. You're doing this. You're waiting before you get into the city. So you set everything up um, in Shavaris's cart. Seems like a good spot to do it. She comes back. She comes back right into the cart. You have the pieces of Shavaris in front of you. The crumbled up diamond that it took about a day for Felix to use her tools, her smithing tools, to crush into a nice little powder. You see Preet start to speak his magic words into the dust. This dust slowly starts to shift, and almost as if somebody had dropped like a drop of water down. It kind of ripples. The diamonds just kind of ripple for a bit, and eventually they stop. And Shavaris just kind of goes into not Shavaris. Preet goes into a trance where she's just not responding. She's not talking to you at all. Preet, for you.
Mm-hmm.
You're in front of everybody. Everyone's watching you. You're concentrating on the spell, and then everything just goes blank. Just you're in this white void. And as you sit there and look around the white void, it starts to fill with these beautiful plants, gorgeous large flowers and big palm trees, and it starts to look beautiful. You do notice that there's like a few mushrooms in the way. I think if I remember right, Shavaris kind of was starting to get a little bit of affinity to those Underdark mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
None of them seem threatening, and they don't like remind you of Zikmoy or anything. They're just kind of nice fluorescent mushrooms, very pretty and gorgeous, just accenting the greenery around you.
Groovy.
And as you in front of you, there's this path just opens up, as it almost like the trees bow down and let you through. And as you walk, you start to walk down this path. And in the middle, you see what looks like a ball, a very large ball, that could easily contain a humanoid inside of it. The ball seems to be made out of these thorny vines just wrapped around each other, holding something down like a cage. And through the vines, you see this blue pulsating arcane glow. As you try to approach the ball, the branches, the vines start to whip at you. At first, you just kind of ignore them and you try to push past them. It stings. It's like getting paper cuts all over your body. But Preet is determined. You're determined to get there. But before you know it, your body is just ripped apart by these vines. And excruciating pain as your body is just covered in paper cuts. And then you land back in your seat inside of Shavaris' cart. The pain is gone, but Shavaris is not here.
I relate my experience to the others.
Is Shavaris' soul being held captive?
It's felt like it. By plants and vines. Thorny vines.
Oh, well, that's just dirty. How are we going to get her out?
I don't know.
What about your other
How
friend?
would you free a soul?
With another soul?
No, how would you free a soul? We don't even know how she's being kept there.
Well, I mean, you're a necromancer, right? You must know something. Go look at your books.
I can give it a try,
Go
but
remember something.
I have not heard of this. I usually deal with things without much of a soul anymore. I will have a look.
Yeah, you can roll an Arcana for me.
27.
Okay, so the important part here is that the soul is free and willing. Clearly, the soul is not free, which could mean one of two things. Either the soul itself has been captured, which is a very, very difficult thing to do, or the more likely option, especially you being a necromancer, is that she's alive somewhere and is already being held captive by someone else.
Oh.
Motherfuckers.
Interesting.
I haven't left yet, but now.
Huh.
You were just waiting for your mind to be blown before you left.
It's
Me, Mario.
that is a no. Your name is Dusty. No, it's
I couldn't help myself. You said it's a so
I know.
to me.
I know. It's a. If she is being, so presumably that would mean someone else has resurrected her in some way that would require them not to have. Well, either someone else has gotten a hold of a piece of her, or they've managed to resurrect her without the need for the body.
She did lose a foot at one point.
She had a lot of pieces. I mean, we couldn't get them all in the bag.
There are so many points at which someone could have taken something.
So many points in time where things could have happened.
Exactly. In time. And we are
In
very
time.
skilled.
Oh no!
Yeah.
That fucking cat.
Could it be the cat?
Get clear of the rock.
Get clear on the rock.
Actually, it's gonna take out the rock and be like, Claire, sorry to bother you again, but we need some assistance.
It has gone quiet.
She's not answering.
She's not answering.
It's at least gonna be like, Claire. She's gonna like tap the rock.
Nope.
Look at her friends.
Not even a red.
Claire?
Not even a red notification on it.
She's gonna look at her friends with a very panicked expression.
Well,
She's not answering.
Get all freaking. It's fine. She's fine.
Is it though?
It is. It is. She's probably with one of her gods or doing time stuff with her mom or something.
Etsley's gonna start pacing. She's gonna be like, one of my friends is captured. Claire could be captured right now. Oh gosh.
Well, we have no way to get there or know where the heck she is.
She's gonna pace.
All right. What's your plan, team?
Let's try Herrick tomorrow and see if that goes any better.
Okay. Anything you guys want to do during the day? Because you have to have a whole day and it's going to be 24 hours. So you got a whole day and a whole long rest. So anything you want to do besides pacing?
It's Esley's to get out her nervous energy. She's going to start practicing throwing her knives at a tree.
Okay.
And check and like talking into the rock every now and then. Just be like, what about now?
Mm-hmm. Okay. The rest of you?
Probably studying. like because there's a weird soul shit going on here, so it would make sense for me to like dive deeper into my notes.
Yep. All right.
Well, I gotta remake Buttercup.
Yep, that takes a long rest. But I mean, yeah. Gotta remake Buttercup.
And we'll try to. I will ask Preet for guidance, and I will try to work with
Guidance coming up.
Rosie
All
again.
right. Yeah. Animal handling for Rosie.
Come on, Rosie. We can do this. One of these days, this is going to work.
Is today the day?
I'll throw some bardic inspiration too.
Ooh, and the bard.
You want to add it? You can roll that
Yeah,
bardic.
go for it.
E10.
Whoa, 25.
Wow, 25, and you get a D10, so you get super lucky. Ooh, 20, 30. That's a 30.
30.
Good.
I got a 30.
Solid. Today is the day. You and Rosie are you're jiving. You got each other's back. You know exactly what she wants to do. What she wants to do. So at some point, like she's playing with you. She bats her big old tentacles at you, and you like a big old cat that she is, because she's, I think, a medium creature at this point, and you're a small creature. You dodge away from her tentacles, and you catch her and pet her face. And after you catch her and pet her face, she just kind of sits there and stares at you. And then she does something that you've never seen her do before, where it almost looks like she's bowing at you, where like the front of her is really low down, like her head is lower than your head. She's just really low down, big eyes just staring at you.
I will give her some food.
Give her some food.
Cuddle.
You try to cuddle with her, and like every time you like go over to cuddle with her, she kind of like pushes, like she mushes your head, like trying to push you like towards her back.
I get on her back.
She stands up tall. Do me athletics or acrobatics, one or the other. You get on her back, and she starts sprinting. Full pace. You manage to grab on her the collar that Saccharin had made for her, nice and tight. And you find that you can, with a little bit of work, you can kind of ride on Rosie's back.
This is awesome.
Yeah, you got yourself a mount.
Wow, that's awesome. I was pretty upset before, but Rosie, you always make me happy again.
Rosie's a good girl.
Rosie's a sweetheart.
All right. Etsley.
Yes.
You've been sitting there, rock on the floor. Every once in a while, you look at it, you pace, throw a knife, look at it, pace, throw a knife, look at it, pace, throw a knife, look at it.
That sounds like me.
At some point, it hisses. It just goes hiss. And there's a lot of like background noise. You hear people talking.
She's going to listen very closely.
None of them are cleric, but people are talking. You can't quite understand them. It almost feels like you're in a crowded room, and you're listening into a crowded room. And then you hear Claire's voice very clearly say, you, tell me what your report is. And you hear a quite young sounding man say, we found the fluffy pillow. They had a note about And to which Claire says, "Well, go get the note. Why'd you get here without it?" And then everything goes quiet again.
She's gonna go tell the group about what she heard.
Well,
Wait, Scraggs, isn't that that guy who screwed you over?
yeah, the goblin.
Yeah.
It also sounds like the reason she wasn't responding is probably because she's in. I would blow her cover, so to speak.
Yeah. This was almost like she purposely wanted me to hear that.
Yes, I believe that would be a logical interpretation of what just happened.
I'm so proud of my stealthy woman.
Presumably, she will find a moment later on where she will be able to speak to us, and we can ask her about this Scraggs situation.
What do you
Fluffy
think, Felix?
pillow.
Oh yeah, it's a strip club bar.
Yes.
You know where it
My
is
wife-
already?
Me and Felix's wanted posters were there.
Oh. Hmm.
Yeah, they had a wanted board.
Okay.
It's in the Underdark.
I think maybe it was before.
Yeah,
I met you.
we went in there before. Yeah.
No,
On
I
the way
think
up
you were.
here.
I think that was just after we met.
Maybe I was in a different
actually.
bar that night.
Could be. Yeah.
I feel
well,
like you were
yeah.
there. No, you were definitely there because you guys have made it there more than once.
I don't know if
And
that.
two
I thought the
different
two of
timelines.
them went off together and like looked at the board,
Oh, that's
and
true. They
took out
went off
some
together with a
contracts,
So took
and then
off
they
some
came and
contracts.
met us again.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys made it back there again because you were back in Amber Gate a second time at
Mhm.
the same time because time travel.
Yeah, I don't think we went back to that place. I think we went to a different one. 'Cause
Yeah,
they
you
had
been
more
to
than
the
one.
Black Sail, which is where you keep getting all your info
Yeah,
from.
that's where you put that poster, and it also had our posters up too.
Well, I mean, do we go run after Scraggs? Do we try to save this town?
Well, what would it take to save the town?
Presumably, defeating the fiends or fiends.
Now, are we having this conversation like after dinner around the campfire or something?
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, I came to y'all immediately after I heard what I heard.
Yeah, so probably around dinner-ish times.
Okay. Because if it's after dinner,
Oh,
like Preet would have
I
rolled
am
up
g-
and
I
been
am
like
gonna
passing
add-
around a spliff already.
Yeah.
R&D, I am going to add real quick that before she ran over, she kind of like did 2 taps on the rock so Claire would know that I heard.
Mhm.
And then I would have ran over.
So, again, what would it take to save the town?
Well, we need to do something about not getting possessed.
That too. I would rather not be in the same state I was in while I was there.
And can I just say
I
what
hated
that
it.
dust did to my clothes? I mean, I'm not a
Mhm.
complete fashionista, but seriously, it's not just that it's powdery, it's oily as well. It's really difficult to get out. I agree.
You
I'm
might
gonna
as
wear
well
a
be a
burlap bag or
fashionista.
I
something
know.
next
Honestly.
time. Ridiculous. So we need to not breathe and not get mobbed by a bunch of zombies who are still alive. They don't know they're zombies. And get past what else? Well, the big creatures that they threw at us at the end.
Yeah.
And then actually just, defeat whatever is there, too.
Defeat a whole ass fiend.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a lot.
It is a lot. And
I'd
we
feel
still need to
better if
try
we
to
had at
resurrect
least
Tarek.
Tarek.
Yeah.
And we have to have all of our restorations. So I feel like we're going to need to go in, get some more information, see if we can't find magic items that will help with saving throws. Help us resist these magical things. I'm pretty good, but
Well, here's another idea, because I'm kind of a coward.
Mhm.
Is there a back way in? It's like, is there a power source that we can unplug? Is there a weakness that we can, like if it's a plant-based thing, what can what's, like where is it coming from? Or can we poison its roots or something?
I think
It's-
poison.
Poison probably would be ineffectual, and its roots are the fiend.
I understand, like if you go put
Poison,
some
you say?
positive holy water in there or something, will it counteract its evilness?
I mean, holy water can't hurt.
You can only
Oh,
holy.
Unless you're undead, then it can.
Yeah. Then fuck hurts.
I look at him like, and you just see Felix narrow her eyes like, I can't hit him because he's too tiny.
You might kill him if you hit him. You legit just might.
You can just tap his bowl.
anyway. Yeah, no.
Strike Trevor. Just hit Trevor. It's fine.
Yeah, but I don't want to hit Trevor.
That's not
That's
as
a-
satisfying.
Trevor hasn't done anything wrong here.
Mm-hmm.
Trevor is an innocent party. Why would you want us to hit Trevor? You
Trevor
evil,
is
you
very
evil
much an
fish.
innocent party. He's never really done anything on his own.
Yes, exactly. Why would you want us to hit him?
It is
Well,
very
I would feel
You're
connected to him.
a very abusive fish.
All right. So should we take like a week or something and just do restorations, get rid of all of these curses?
One way or another, we
Yeah.
have to do it, you know?
Can't fight like this.
And we gotta ask Claire about Scrax.
Yeah, I mean, if she needs us back before, well, I guess, we'll go back before. It's an awful lot of it took some doing just to get here in the first place.
Yeah,
Go
it's almost
all
like
the way
there's
back.
this old god with a man bun that's trying to get us to do all these different things at once.
Decisions. All the decisions are up to you. All I do is present the problems. You all get to decide how to fix them. Not me.
Do you have any contacts down there that could help? And you guys would be getting messages. Problem. I don't know.
Down where?
Down in the
who are you talking
Underdark.
Oh,
To Felix, kind of, sorry, or any of you of contacts to just see if you can
I mean,
track
yeah, we
information
got him,
down.
but to get to the, I don't have like any more sending stones,
Mm.
and I don't have the spell sending. I don't think that is a.
I don't have anything useful. I can just help get us information from criminals.
And I mean, we're kind of far from that area, so it's.
Yeah, we either need like the biggest batch of fungicide ever or a teleportation circle.
Yeah.
Well,
I believe we do have a scroll of teleportation.
Yeah, my
Love
teleportation porn that I
You
have
do
no
have
idea how it
teleportation
works.
porn.
How far does that go?
Well,
It goes all the way.
given
Hey,
the
you asked. You opened me up.
given
to
the
that one.
time and me reading it for research purposes, literally in this case, I could learn the spell.
You could.
Okay, well
and
here you go. Have
potentially
fun with that.
teleport us.
Trust me, it's very interesting to read.
The real question is if I remember the. I don't know if I remember the circle. Do I have to remember like the runes?
You can either create your own, and that takes like a year or some shit.
Yeah, that takes a while.
It takes a long time. Or you can go to a place that you know the runes to. You will, however, and just to give you a little hand here,
we did go through a
Claire
teleportation.
knows. Yeah, Claire
circle.
knows the runes to his teleportation circle.
Yeah.
That's
we
how
could
she
get
got you
those.
into Suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know somebody who knows them.
We know someone who knows the thing to get to the place at the time,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we need more information from Claire. We're not even sure where she is right this second. We know where we thought she was going to be, but, you know.
And it's
She
still a
may
lot
have
of
moved.
travel to get to her, to that teleportation circle, isn't it?
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah. I mean, in the meantime, probably.
And plus, to get to her, we would have to go to the place where I'm sure you and I are the most wanted.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, we need to let the goldfish learn the spell so that we have it ready.
Here you go, Trevor. She's going to put it in Trevor's skeletal hand.
What if we
We'll
burned it
get
down?
more information, and
What if we just burn the town down?
Let's just burn
I mean,
everything down.
that's a lot of people to die.
Well, no. I'm not
Anarchy.
saying them to kill the people. Just burn the buildings down. Drive them out.
Smoke them out.
Force them to cross the bridge to leave town.
Oh, they're too gone to do that.
I have a
Let's sit there
feeling
and die.
that. Also, I have a feeling that we'll be attacked by whatever's in the town. I mean, maybe you found a good way to draw out the bad guy.
We never did see that secret place they were working on, did we?
Mm-mm.
I mean, the one thing we have is maybe we could, instead of going into the town, we could go around where the walls were and just break in close to what's their face?
The source of it?
I'm sure we'd still need to do a save.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
Harry is
didn't
now.
act weird until you tried to leave, though. That's when
I acted
everything
weird the
got
whole
weird
time.
on you.
It's when we try to leave that it catches us. When we're there, it's happy to have us there.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I mean, we could still get like dust and mushrooms in our faces,
yes. And
What would happen if it was to consume the undead? He looks at Horatio.
well, the undead tend, at least the kind of undead I would be able to create, tend to not be the smartest. They would most likely be extremely easy to control, and I doubt I would, even with my magic, I don't doubt I would be able to control.
How does it? Wait. We don't. How do that raises a question? How is it feeding off of the people?
Presumably, if Claire's hypothesis is correct, it is feeding off of them when they die. The whole point being that you create a situation where they just live out their natural lives, and then when they get killed, they will be put in the ground and consumed.
That's too much of a long con.
Not for a fiend, my dear. Fiends live.
I'm not a
forever.
deer.
Is that who else has Arcana? Does that sound right? I
Yes,
thought they lived
sounds...
for about a year. I thought you said they lived for about a year.
Fiends? No.
No. The
Fiends
people.
is-
No, the
did.
people.
Yeah, the people had about a year.
The people. So it takes about. Claire, I believe, said takes about a year-ish to get them fully under their control, but they're kind of and I think Claire would have done that because she rolled so well. Somebody rolled so well on that. Pretty much like she likes to have them alive. If she wanted them dead, she would not go through this much trouble to have people alive. it's like growing plants for her. Like, yeah, you grow them and you cut off bits of them to eat, but then you let them keep growing so you can cut off more bits of them. Like growing strawberries. You eat the strawberries, you grow them, eat the strawberries, but you don't chop off the whole plant to eat the strawberries.
Yeah, I assume the town is a more appealing trap if there's actually people there.
Yeah, which also means that there's a good chance that all the people there are actually still alive.
I see.
And I assume when it's time for pruning, they go to a certain area and then are pruned.
But it also has boundaries. The bridge.
Yes, it literally has a boundary.
Yes.
So
It's got a wall.
that means it's got to be centered on some place, right?
I'm thinking it's the mayor's office, like where the mayor is.
Well, mayor.
Yeah, but that was
In quotes.
That was in the center of the new suburb that was the most surreal or unreal part of it all.
Mm-hmm.
And if they had a mental connection, could anticipate we need a dragon is what we fucking need.
Dude,
We need to find a dragon.
Yeah.
Can we have a pet dragon?
we go on a whole adventure just to find a pet dragon.
Bisbin's coming out in a
hell
couple
yeah.
of weeks.
That's true.
I mean, Felix gets to ride a displacer beast. Can I ride a dragon? I have.
It has taken quite literally a whole year of Chrissy doing this to be able to ride a displacer beast.
I want a dragon.
She found that shit in like the Underdark with Sakura. Like,
Y'all got me hooked. I want a dragon.
All right. Do we know who the enemy of the fiend is?
I want to How to Train Your Dragon this shit.
Claire wouldn't have told you. So Claire only told you who the friend of the fiend is, which is Jubilex.
Well, so which kind of fiend is this? Devil or demon? Because the enemy would be the opposite.
Demon. It's a demon.
So it would be a devil of some description. That's its enemy.
I don't think we really want to get chummy with devils.
Well,
Nope.
Surely there are people on the side of good that might be and have some beef. They've been fighting long enough, right?
Yes, there probably would be paladins, clerics, and the like. I would prefer, especially the paladins. I would strongly prefer we don't interact with them.
Do we know any? Do we know any?
They are a quite ignorant bunch.
All right, fair enough.
So we get a paladin.
They don't appreciate the finer points of magic.
We get a death paladin. Or
So we get a paladin.
Those two.
So we get a paladin or a cleric.
And all the people and their minions and the
We
sage
could ask a cleric.
If only you knew a cute cleric somewhere.
I do know a cute cleric. But she's all the way back in Sock, and I would never bring her anywhere dangerous. She's so nice.
What we could do
It's at least gonna like give Felix a playful elbow.
What we could do is potentially alert the outside world, the wider world, to this existence of this, and I'm sure some paladin order or something will be quite happy to take care of that problem. We wouldn't need to get involved.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything of value here you could interest the king in? What about our vampire friends? She wouldn't be able to affect them.
I think the vampires
Debatable.
have enough to deal with right now. Trust me, I was in that room.
It is probably also unwise to send them into a town where at any moment during a battle it could become daylight.
Well, I'm just trying to think around the problem here, so.
I know it's. I think
Especially now that the word scribes is being thrown around.
That this also seems like some. I hate to say this, but the world has 2 weeks left, as far as we know. Constantly, we are constantly on the edge of time itself disappearing. The priority here should probably be figuring out how to prevent that, and also, which probably involves your former companion Scrags. This is, as much as it pains me to say it, we might have to leave this problem for now and deal with it once the entire world isn't ending.
Oh yeah, we gotta go to court.
Yeah, well, for some point, but I don't think we have much choice in what that is.
Got a point. Bigger picture.
That's the way I'm sad.
Yeah, he's got a point. Well, one way or another, we should try to get Herrick back, and we should heal everybody up and restore everybody to everyone and do all of that sort of thing.
All right. He's gonna get his stuff out, and he's gonna do your wonderful cutscene.
Okay.
Narrative.
There you go. Roll me another charisma. See how that goes.
Fingers crossed.
Okay. So, once again, you got your little diamond dust, sitting in a bowl. It wiggles. This time around, unlike with Shavaris, where it was almost like water, where it kind of rippled, it's a lot more chaotic. It's a lot more angry. It's ferocious. Even it spikes up into what almost look like claws and teeth before it settles down into a nice flat surface, and then you're once again in this white, engulfed in whiteness. As you start to come out, it feels hot, really, really hot, like a dog is just breathing on you, just sweaty and warm. You start to see trees and undergrowth grow around you as you find yourself in a deep jungle. In front of you, you can hear the cheers and yelling of they don't sound like human voices. They don't sound like really any voices you've ever heard. Deep guttural voices just cheering something on. And as you keep walking forward, you end up in this big moss-covered almost auditorium with a big open circular surface in the middle. And in the middle, you see what looks to be a giant black lizard thing. This, you can't tell if it's a dragon or a lizard. It's this weird amalgamation of both. At the same time, it's like its face is very round and lizard-like, but it's got these big leathery wings with like holes stuck in it. Its legs, it's like not its legs are like big and muscular, but its feet are thin and bony with claws in them. The ground that it touches almost looks black, as if it's being corrupted by the feet of this weird creature. And surrounding it are these chains. It's got a big collar around it and chains just hooking it down. It roars in anger. And just like with Shavaris, you see this time a little bit more clearly. You see around its collar this blue arcing glow around the collar that's keeping this big beast in check. And as you stare at the runes around the color, you snap back into Shavaris's cart.
All right. I describe in detail what I saw, and it was the blue was like a neon blue and kind of bright and very unusual.
Yeah,
I will
very
describe that
arcane.
as well. Because Preet wouldn't remember that color.
Preet wouldn't remember that color. You are right. Felix might.
Oh no.
Felix ought to. Chrissy, are you muted?
No?
No.
Oh, okay.
So does that remind me of time gates or something?
Probably the cobalt steel.
No, it actually doesn't remind you of the cobalt
No,
steel.
remember the blue stuff?
Oh, the cyborgium.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, that stuff. Oh my god.
Now that's
Like-
dirty.
When he says that, I'm like, oh god.
What is this stuff?
They experiment on people, humanoids, and they put this weird cyborg stuff in it. So, like, you know how Claire has a funky arm thing?
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Both her arms.
little like that.
So they're using it here to bind people's bodies, but they're now binding people's souls as well.
Felix, roll me an intelligence.
Okay. Mhm. 20.
Ooh.
Okay,
Nice.
hey, remember that time that Herrick got infected by blue glowing shit? Not Herrick, sorry, Menhir,
Yeah.
and he was controlled.
Tree sap with this little branch.
Yeah, twig.
Wait.
Twig.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
That
no.
was so hard, too, to
Spread
get
all
rid
his
of.
body.
Have they done that to Herrick and Shavaris now?
I mean, they've definitely done it to Herrick, if we're understanding this. I wouldn't doubt that they would do the same thing to Shavaris, but that just seems terrible.
That's dirty.
That's really
But
dirty.
It's within character.
Yeah. We have to go save them.
Well, we don't know where they are. We will have to first locate them. I think Claire could potentially know something about this.
I think so too. By the way, if I've been lesser restorating as many people as I can.
I figured you guys mentioned that you were resting up and getting all this stuff. So yeah, it's gonna take you about a week of. I'm just gonna blanket it as a week of lesser of all of you working together to.
We have the magical means to do it.
Yeah, but it's gonna just take time, along with trying to resurrect Shavaris and Herrick. Which, unfortunately, well, fortunate for me, I have 2 new NPCs, but.
Sorry, everyone. My charisma just wasn't on point. I wasn't rolling as well as
have a feeling
Adsley
no
at the
matter-
start of the game.
I have a feeling that no matter how good you rolled, it wouldn't work because they're not there anymore.
Yeah, they're not.
They
Flying.
rolled like an hour ago, and you were supposed to beat that, and you didn't. So there was actually a good chance.
Oh,
No,
of course.
had their dice
For them to like snap out of whatever they're in, but
No, you did have a chance, but unfortunately, not quite this today. That's all right.
Makes it a good story.
With that said, so you're working on throughout this whole week. You are working on this stuff, talking to Claire. Edsley,
So
you
do we
noticed
get a hold of Claire?
So Edsley would notice that Claire is distant, not in the like I am mad at you distant, but she doesn't answer as frequently. She seems, and when she does, it is very short, cryptic messages that she sends to you.
I'm sure Etsley would be able to catch, just considering her background, should be able to catch on that.
Yeah.
She's in a compromising position and can only do so much.
Yes. So you are just, so by that you can tell that she is just not in a position to talk openly to you right now. But so answering a lot of your questions in any detail is
Pumpkin
difficult.
escaped.
Pumpkin.
You can hear the ears.
I'll say, if you describe what we know about Shavaris and Herrick, and just ask her for the name of a place. Where should we go?
Mm-hmm.
And also ask her, did you find Scraggs? Say, just where do you want us to go? And we'll go there.
So how I'm going to relay all that information to Claire is I'm going to relay it very short and to the point, except for the Scraggs part. Instead, I'm going to have a code name for Scraggs, calling him Felix's asshole.
Okay.
Because I have a feeling that saying Scraggs all willy-nilly wouldn't be necessarily good, considering she's in a compromising position right now.
This seems to you very odd. At some point, you get that same kind of weird background noise that you've been hearing before.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's chatter, clinking of plates, almost like you're in an inn or a restaurant or a cafeteria, like people are eating and busy and talking.
Yeah.
And you hear Claire talk. And you hear Claire talk about to some stranger. They're sitting there talking about just mundane shit. How was your day? How's the weather? Oh, last year it was already raining by this time. I can't believe the rain is so late. And then Claire starts talking about her mom. What catches your eye or ear,
or my ear,
your ear in this case,
catches your nose.
Is that she mentions
my taste buds?
Yes. Is that she mentions her mom being Evie Blogs, which you already know is not the name of her mom.
Mm-hmm.
And more curious that she talks about the job that her mom has. She talks about how her mom works as a librarian in Candlekeep.
And what was the name that she said?
Candlekeep.
Evie Blogs.
Devi Blogs.
Evie. Evie. Yeah, I'll type it into the chats.
Yeah. And
Evie
is
Blogs.
that where it ends? Is that all she hears?
And then there's more talk about mundane shit, weather, and stuff like that.
I recognize that name, don't I?
Etsley's gonna tap twice on the rock to let her know that she heard, and then let everyone know we have to look for someone called Evie Blogs, a library in whatever place you said. That's what she's gonna say. Candlekeep. That's where we need to go.
Bring up anything? Because I feel like I know that name, Evie Blogs.
Not the name Evie Blogs. The name Evie Blogs does not bring anything to you.
Okay.
Candlekeep, on the other hand, is definitely Preet. Now that I think about it, probably Preet.
Preet would know Candlekeep.
Etsley, it's actually all four of you at this point all know about Candlekeep. it is like the best library in the world. It has every book that you could ever imagine. Getting in is a bit of a bitch, but if you can get in, it has ancient books like no other, books that just hold mysteries that have never been uncovered. And it's a pretty awesome little library. Not little, it's a pretty awesome big library.
Yeah.
It's a pretty awesome
library.
big boy.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, where is it? What city,
Yeah.
town?
It's near Baldur's Gate, isn't it?
In regular world things,
Yeah.
yes.
But in
Yes,
here,
but in here, thankfully for you all, it's in the country of Historia.
Oh, good.
So you are thankfully in the right country, just on the opposite shore of it. You are in the west shore. You'd have to go all the way to the east shore.
So we know where we're going.
all right. Well, we got to get in. There's a thing about getting in.
There's a
Trick
very
to
big
it.
thing about getting in.
There's a trick to it.
We're tricky.
Did I sit down
I'm
and
very tricky.
copy the teleportation?
I think. How long does it take you? It's however many hours.
It takes 2 hours per
level.
and it's a 7th level spell.
So probably it's been a week, so definitely.
And it's going to cost 350 gold.
Yeah, so just make sure you take that out of you. But yes, you now have a teleportation.
That is coming out of the kitty, by the way. I don't have that much.
Sure.
Okay.
And it's for all of us, so that seems fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm sure as we're making our way there, Claire can give more hints.
Yeah. Well, the thing about Candlekeep is, I mean, you can go in and be a tourist, whatever, around it. But if you actually want to like get in and spend any time there and get to see any of the books, you need to bring a book that they don't already have.
That could be difficult.
Yeah, that's the tricky part.
I have a book of maps of the Underdark.
They
That's a
probably
good
don't
contender.
have that.
Yeah.
That is.
Didn't I have this
They more than
used,
likely don't have that.
don't we have these books on like yoga and stuff?
You
lying
do
around?
have books on yoga and stuff.
So those could be possible contenders.
Yeah.
Anything else that you guys have that y'all have come across, book wise? Your inventories.
I'm looking.
So yes, each one of you is going to need a book. Or something that provides new knowledge to Candlekeep.
Yeah, it could be journals, like a diary of a person from an interesting place or who did interesting things. It doesn't have to be. It can also be like
You just split the maps up.
I think.
Well, I'm gonna start copying down maps on our way. That'll be a thing I do. We also have some Godstream, and we have some information on what Godstream does.
If you wrote a book on Godstream, that would be something they would definitely not have.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Or a pamphlet.
That is very true. Yeah, that is very true.
Mm-hmm.
So weren't there 4 books of ability?
Yeah, because you each got one.
Mm-hmm. Plus, if
you do have
Felix
4
writes
books.
a book, the hero of
the
Underdark, whatever, you could write your biography on that. But Godstream would be good. And we had one other thing.
I could potentially. I'm sure I have knowledge that arcane knowledge that is not wildly known that they might not have. I might be able to write something as well. It's a very least worth a try.
All right.
How bad would it be if I gave them a sheet of paper with a big secret from a secret criminal organization?
How bad would it be? What do you mean?
Should I do it?
Oh, I don't know if you should do it. I don't know if
I'm asking everybody.
Oh, okay. This is not a question for me. This question for you.
I mean,
what kind of secret?
R&D, what kind of secrets do I know?
Probably a lot. You were part of a secret organization for a very long time.
Since I was a kid, yeah, they raised
So you
me.
probably know a lot. You probably know people where you can probably describe how people look like, which for things like scrying is very important because people could scry on somebody just by the fact that you describe members of it. You probably know locations of headquarters and different rendezvous points and supply ports throughout all of Historia and Leonis.
I would also know some of the various crimes that were committed by them since I helped commit them.
Yep. So you would know firsthand. So you have a lot of knowledge.
So there's a couple downsides. This could get you killed.
I'm already wanted. They already want me dead.
Yeah, but now they're really gonna want you dead a lot.
They don't have to know that I did it.
They're not stupid, right?
They are definitely not stupid.
Oh no, they're not, but I am.
Sweetie,
Preet would pipe up and say, by the way, anyone who gets into Candlekeep can then request to see any book they have in the library and also get a copy of it made. So your book could actually have copies of it distributed, meaning people all over could have those descriptions. You just have to go to the library and ask for a copy to be made.
Oh my gosh. So with just one piece of paper, I could totally destroy them. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
I mean, you could get in a
But I would
lot of
also be in
trouble.
even bigger trouble than I already am.
You'd be in a lot of trouble.
I'm already in big trouble.
Yeah, so it depends on how much trouble you want to be in.
I mean, that's a lot of trouble. Is there maybe one criminal act that you remember where pretty much everyone is dead, but nobody knows what happens?
R&D?
Is there?
I'm pretty sure there would be.
Is there a criminal act where
One
everyone
thing
is dead?
we do have.
Only one who knows.
Like the
Well, the criminal acts that got me particularly in trouble, there's still people alive from that.
Yeah.
That's where I am in trouble.
Unfortunately, you don't know for sure that there are any that everyone is dead besides you.
Here's the thing. We do have 3 copies of a document from a literal god. That
You
might be
mean
worth-
our court request?
Yes.
I don't know if we should be giving up our court documents.
Yeah, I think we kind of
know.
need those for court.
For what?
You know?
It's not like the god of order would need us to have them on us to get us.
Okay. I'm going to repeat that sentence back to you, and then I'm going to need you to realize how stupid of a sentence it was. Okay? The God of Order doesn't need his paperwork.
Yeah. He already knows.
All right, I don't think
Felix,
he
help me here.
understood. All right, the God of Order.
No, I
Is
understood
the-
what you meant.
It's the God of
then
paperwork.
why are you arguing about it?
I think we have sufficient documents to get us in.
And we can
Okay, but
produce
if we
them.
don't, I am willing to give up 2 rendezvous points.
Okay, noted.
That won't get me in too much trouble. Those can be changed.
Right, yeah.
I might be able to write down whatever. I have a lot of knowledge on.
Yes, we know
Okay.
all the time. I have a lot of knowledge. I
didn't finish my sentence.
I have many arcane knowledge of things.
Yes,
I do
yes.
many things.
But
I have lots of knowledge.
I have specifically spent quite a lot of time looking
Oh my God.
into the accident that awakened me. That might be interesting to them. I'm sure that would qualify.
Oh, just
really? You think a paper written saying how a fish became awakened and got fucking magical powers of necromancy?
Let him go write the story.
Go write it.
Right now.
A memoir.
They might.
The
They
memoir
take
of
recipe
An academic
collections.
memoir.
It has to be books, though,
What
not
are
just
you saying?
documents.
See, I can't write a memoir without
Turn it into a book.
being put to death like 5 times more than they already want to kill me.
Probably have enough time to write a pamphlet on our way in the evenings.
A tourism pamphlet to the world of Horatio.
with lots of pictures.
I bet you Shala would help. She'd be a lot better at
Shala
holding the
could help
pen than Trevor would be.
It could be a date, and she's gonna wink at Shala like
He's-
a date,
He's pretty good at writing. He
a
has been doing it
study
a lot.
date.
Even so, I think, Shala is probably better artistically. I just get that vibe. She's really an
Just have a
artist.
study date with her for fuck's sake.
It's an academic paper.
You said
I'm sorry.
a biography.
Did you just call
No,
Shala
I-
stupid?
No.
You rude.
No.
All right, that's
No.
it. Out of here. Get
No.
out. Get out.
I did not say that.
Get out.
I
That's not what I said.
will not
Do we
tolerate
need to get you high?
insulting Shala.
I did not insult her.
Do we need to
Yes,
get you high
did.
again,
You were
Mr.
I did not.
Oh, she's draw a picture. It's an academic paper. Like
Yes.
she's too
I'm
stupid to
gonna
draw a
assume
picture.
that
No,
Bree
that is
once
not
again
what
has
I said. That is
popcorn.
not what I
Really
said.
rude.
That is
Out of
not
here.
what I
Get out of
said.
here. Get out
That
of
is
here.
not.
Go.
No,
Quick
I
question.
will
Quick
not leave
question.
until I
Quick
have been
question.
allowed to explain
Quick
myself.
question.
No, you
Quick
shut
question.
up.
Quick question. No.
Yeah?
You shut your whore mouth. Quick question. Preach. Do you have popcorn right now, and are you watching? I expect you to have popcorn.
Oh, yeah. It's just like a cacophony. It's like watching improv. It's like watching,
Yes.
performance art, theater, street kind of stuff, rough.
Okay, and in
Raw.
that case, Etsley will maneuver herself beside Preet, still arguing with Horatio, but occasionally stealing some popcorn.
No, what I was saying was that
Felix gets up and leaves.
So speaking of Shala, over the last week or so, you have all noticed she's been a lot quieter and hasn't really been fawning over Horatio like she used to.
She's looking a bit
What
dry.
did you do, Horatio?
Does she look like she needs to
I did
take a
not
bath?
do anything.
Soak in the water
That's
for a bit?
I mean that is part of the problem. But she looks just remember how Etsley looked really sad and depressed when you left? She looks really sad and depressed.
Oh, the
You need to go make her feel better, Horatio, right now. Just like Claire did for me. Go make her feel better. Tell her
You
she's
do
pretty.
it.
She's got nice scales.
I don't think it's that kind of melancholy. I would
I'm
gonna-
going
I'm
to
gonna-
message into Etsley's head. Just get up and leave. Just do it. Just get up
Arguing is
and
more
leave.
fun.
No. Don't give him any options. Just tell him what to do. Get up and leave.
Okay, I'm gonna shove Horatio towards Shala and then leave.
Well, presumably you're gonna shove Trevor, not Horatio.
You know what I mean, you technical technicalities.
I'm so technical. You might even call me an artificer.
Oh my gosh. R&D's just done. He's done. He's not having it.
All right. So we've left you. We've given you orders, marching orders, and just walked away.
Yeah. Etsley is gonna go back to her.
It can't always be me taking care of all the people,
Do you want me to talk to her or not?
We're gone, and we've already
Yeah,
told you.
then
to
shut
talk
up so
to
I
her.
can talk to her.
Go do it.
I'm waiting for you guys to stop talking.
Oh, I just wanted to say that Etsley is going back to her cart and looking over her poisons and keeping an ear out on the sending stone.
Okay.
Okay, now you can talk.
Felix is going to go back to her cart. She's going to close herself in, and she's going to cry.
We're just gonna stay where he is and watch. He's got a cocktail. He's in front of
Watch
the
this
fire.
nonsense.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm not moving.
Are you all right? You seem like you've been a little sad. Is it about the lake?
Well, it was my home after all.
Yeah.
I did 100 years, maybe 200 years that I lived there.
I promise
I know.
you, we will restore it. We just have to deal with this other nonsense first. The world is sad. I'm sure you can understand that the world versus a lake and a town.
It's not just a lake. It is my lake.
I know. I understand, but I promise you, we will fix this. We will find a way to undo this corruption. But we're making some very hard choices, and we have to prioritize saving the material plane and possibly the whole of existence.
After you save the material plane, you promise you will come back and help my lake.
Yes. I will. I promise with all my heart, whether or not it's undead or not at the time. I promise that we will come back and we will restore this lake. There's a whole city of people that are trapped. There's a whole ecosystem here that's been destroyed. You are home. I promise you that we will get back. But right now, saving all of existence just takes priority. I wish it didn't. I really wish it didn't.
While you are talking to her, and as you promised her, she goes up to your bowl and just hugs your bowl. Not Trevor, just hugs your bowl and says, "Thank you, Horatio.
You're very welcome.
May I continue to join you on to help save the plains?"
We're gonna need all the help we can get. Yes.
Okay. As long as you promise to help, I will stay by your side.
I promise, and I am sure the others will do the same.
Thank you. And by the way, I always have more of that fish food for you.
I think I need my mind clear at the moment. There's a lot of things to think about and a lot of notes to take.
Yes. Saving the material plane takes quite a lot of energy.
Yes.
I expect a full-on play-by-play from Preet since he's watching this entire thing.
Like drinking is like watching over his Manhattan sort of drink cocktail glass, with the olive in it. Definitely over his glasses. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Not even hiding it, just making it completely obvious.
Yeah, this whole thing happened in front of him. He was just sitting there. This whole fight happened, and then he walked over, and it's not like he's eavesdropping. It's happening right in front of him. He didn't go anywhere.
Preet is only here for the entertainment, really.
Not eavesdropping if it comes to you. That's a rule.
That's a rule.
I don't think
somewhere
that's
in
how
all
that
the books. That's
That's
a
how that
rule.
works. That's how that
Creed's
works.
turning out to be kind of like a bitchy, but really like in a nice way, bisexual man.
I love it. It's great.
I guess it's my inner drag queen. I think that's what's coming out.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, so
It's now canon. Preet is a drag queen.
it's true.
The
I mean,
spirit of the
I'm-
drag queen. Yeah.
I'm.
This
Oh
version
God,
of Preet.
that's your god. It's the drag queen.
RuPaul is my god. What are you talking about? Mama Ru.
All right. So for now, while you guys are on this, I am going to go refill my wine and grab some dinner. So while you guys scheme about what you want to do next, because you have a lot of options. I've given you a lot of options. So pick which route you want to go.
I'm gonna fix myself a plate too, so
Yes,
I'll be
because
back
Okay.
as well.
I have
We'll come,
dinner.
Fab.
So
Yeah.
Fab, talk
You're
about
welcome.
which way you want to go, because kind of in the intersection here.
All right, can we before we start that? Can I just talk? I get this pet peeve off my chest. I'll probably do it on the happy hour too. But there's a word that's come to my attention that does not exist, and it annoys me. I've heard it now from two Southerners
Yes.
on television,
Yes.
What?
which is conversate.
Conversate.
We're gonna get together, conversate.
Not a word.
No, it's converse. A conversation.
Conversate is actually a word, officially a word now.
What?
It's informal,
The
but yeah,
Southerners
it is
invented
it
it.
is a
Just
word.
like y'all.
It's converse.
I know it
I've
was.
always heard it as conversate. My world is crumbling.
That's why people say, "Oh, I'm going to
Language gets
commentate on the
updated.
sports." You know, you comment. A commentator comments.
Conversate.
People who have a conversation converse.
I'm gonna go get food. My whole life is crumbling before my eyes.
It is a real word.
It is a word now.
It's a
Like,
neologism.
all words are just made up.
I know, but
like-
it's just, it's like, but
Like,
converse.
it's like
But you mean
irregardless.
converse. Yeah. So
It's
anyway,
just-
I'm just going to be old school and stuffy like that for a moment. Okay, options. Seems to me the town is death. Scraggs is too far away.
Well, we don't even know where he is.
Yeah. and
Yeah,
then
I
there's
think we gotta
lead.
go to Candlekeep. I don't see any other.
We're tracking down a woman who's not Claire's mom.
I mean, honestly, Candlekeep is probably where we're gonna find the answers to most
Jesus?
of the
You
answer.
gonna find Jesus?
No, the answers to
Oh,
every
okay.
morning in the middle of it.
Well, you stopped in a really kind of
Yeah, because
Jesus-y
I'm-
place.
Yeah, he's a. All of a sudden, our goldfish is gonna get God.
We found Jesus.
All right.
We
Remember
found
the miracle of the loaves
Jesus.
and fishes?
Plus, I really want to go to Candlekeep.
Well, yeah, but it's probably gonna be the solution to a lot of our problems, like even some of our goals. So
Have you met R&D? Like, it is 1,001
No.
nights on
no,
this
no,
campaign.
no.
Yeah, the one thing we never
Obviously,
get
this
is
is
our
not-
gols met.
I know.
It's like a
but
Russell T.
in
Davis show
character,
running of no, even
In
worse. It's
character,
Stephen Moffat.
It makes sense to do it.
We'll try. I mean, Felix is just like so frustrated at this point. I gotta tell you, Felix, whenever she gets to that court, she's gonna be yelling at Kronos like he's her child.
Oh no, the court. No, remember, Boros isn't in the court.
No, she's demanding he get there.
Oh yeah, right. You called him as a witness.
Yeah. I
Yes.
subpoenaed him.
So you could pee on him.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just want to really visit Candlekeep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think going to Candlekeep makes the most sense, and we can produce some fancy books or.
Yeah, I think the books part we've got all set.
Yeah, we can figure that out. That's
Well, I think the thing is, for me, because I visited Mont Saint Michel, and for me, Candlekeep is very much not the Court of Air, which is the entrance where most people stay, but like if you get past that, The inside of Candlekeep would be like Mont Saint Michel, really narrow streets, really steep, and tall buildings, and very, very old, on an island, basically. So.
Yep. Got it.
Sorry, R&D. I was teasing before. I wasn't trying to.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm taking an adventure from Candlekeep, so.
Okay, fun.
It's not like, which I've had in the back of my head for a while, so it's not like you're wrong.
I am still reeling over conversate. Is that really not a word?
It really did not used to be a word. It is a word now. It's a word because people used it wrong enough
that
it just became a word. It became a word.
We
Like with y'all.
there's an expression in Danish that used to mean that you do someone, like you do something.
You do them, huh?
You do something for someone as a favor, but it actually fucks things over for them.
Mm-hmm.
But because the word also sounds like it's actually a big favor, there's now a younger generation who thinks it's a good thing, and an older generation who thinks it's a bad thing.
Nice.
It is a fucking mess.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing, like I said before. People would say, oh, he's going to commentate on the sport. Commentate. No, it's comment. You comment on things, and then you're a commentator. So it's the same thing.
My favorite Americanism is winningest.
Winningest?
Like, yeah, winningest. Not
superlative.
Best.
Yeah.
Winningest. Winningest. The most winningest player.
Yep. Not the most wins.
Or yardage. The word is distance.
Yardage?
Yeah.
Well, in football, they actually do yards.
Yeah.
So that's
the yard is
distance.
It's yardage.
That's probably
It's
older.
specifically, it's specifically for football because they measure things in yards,
which is a measure of distance.
Yeah, but that's like saying
mileage
it's not
isn't a
the
real
Atlantic,
word.
It's the ocean. I mean, it's
mileage is also stupid.
I think that, well...
Okay, well, that's because you're from...
That's a hot take.
That's from Europe. That's because you're from Europe.
Yeah,
but mileage is a thing that exists.
Well, mileage is also like you get something, like, it's also what you get, like how much you get out of something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the thing with yardage, I'm just going to stay on yardage here for a little bit, is distance, I get what you mean. But because the units are expressed in yards, it kind of makes sense in terms of the game to talk about it as a yardage.
Yeah.
So it's a very specific use. And actually, I kind of like it as it's more of an old-fashioned word. It's
a good word. I will not deny that.
Yeah.
But it's still weird because when
it
you have the
weird.
word distance.
I mean, acreage.
Every other else. Yeah, acreage. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Speaking of words, Muffin, I have still not asked Adam about buzzards.
Oh.
Do people in the Midwest say buzzard?
Instead of vultures, like if someone is. Like,
I don't know. I'm not from the Midwest. I've lived here.
If you would use,
You've lived here long enough. Have you heard anyone call a vulture a buzzard?
Vultures. No, buzzards. Yeah. I associate with the West.
Yeah.
Like Arizona.
I feel like even in the West, I feel like the only time I ever heard it was
not
in like
the
Utah.
Itself, as an expression, like how you say, like if someone like something bad happens to someone and someone immediately jumps on it, you describe them as a vulture. In the South, apparently they use buzzard instead of that.
No.
That sounds like a Texas South or like an Arizona South, not like a South.
Not like a Tennessee South. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in Georgia, people call them buzzards.
And we would say pack of vultures. Definitely where I'm from.
Yeah, we would call them vultures.
Meanwhile,
I don't think it's a Midwest thing then.
No, I think it's a Southwest thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Frederick wanted me to ask because when he first heard the word buzzard, he was very intrigued.
So with our spontaneous etymology discussion.
Yes. Now that we got out of the way. What is your plan, team? You have a whole lot of options, a whole lot of places to go.
we think we got books, we've got a name, and we've got a place we can reasonably get to, and we got a place that won't kill us. So I think we're gonna pick that place.
Okay.
I'm gonna mute so I can eat.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so the question is, how are we going to get to Candlekeep? And if we travel overland with the Steeders, or I don't think it's worth trying to leverage our teleport yet. Do you?
Well, we wouldn't have any like the chance of actually.
We could only get the code. We could only get the like stuff that we would need to get there from Claire, and she's in a compromising position right now.
All right. So
No,
we'll go
there
by
are no
Steeders.
ways to get it. But
Yeah.
Streeter.
Candlekeep is a public library is stretching it a bit, but it's a public library.
It has public. Yeah, if you have a book and you get in, you can get access to the books
well, how far away is it from?
by days.
Like
by days of where you are.
Like you just said it was in Historia. Where in Historia is
Because
it
we're on the opposite coast.
compared?
Yes, you're on the opposite coast. So you guys are right outside the city of I had a name and I wrote it down.
Caspin or something.
Carlotta. Not
Yeah.
Carlotta. But something like that.
Sounded delicious.
Carletta. Oh, it's close.
Yeah, it sounded like an ice cream.
You are
Cornetto.
outside the city. You're outside the city of Carlotta. Carlotta
Cornetto
is
trilogy. Okay.
Yeah.
Carlotta is right. Carlotta is really right on the border. Like it's where all the commerce goes through. So anything that needs to be shipped from Leonis into Astoria has to go through Carlotta. You are right outside of it because you chose not to go into the city to try to revive your two comrades.
Mm-hmm.
So you are pretty much
gone in
here
there to like buy food and stuff.
you could if you want to. That's not going to be hard. You will have to make it to this lovely little island to make it to
Which one of them?
the first
Where
one.
again?
That one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you have to make it
Can you
through
ping
all
it
of Historia.
One
Yeah.
more time. Oh,
You have to
that
make
one.
it through all of the rest of Historia. Took you about. I mean, you guys have been sitting out here for like a couple of weeks at this point. So it'd probably take you about another week's worth of traveling, and then finding a ship and figuring out how to sell there to get to Candlekeep.
Oh, there's probably a town of like
Oh yeah, probably more than like
coastal town or something. And there has
We
to
do
be
know
like,
people with a boat.
You do know people with boats.
well, and more importantly, this getting a trip over there is probably not that hard.
Yeah, I would imagine there's quite a lot of traffic. If nothing
Yes.
else, there's a lot of people who live there, so there's supplies that'll go in letters and things going back
That's-
and forth.
Let's start. Let's start heading to the coast. Let's start heading northeast.
Yep.
Okay. Did you want to stop by, go into the city at all, or just move on past it?
We can forage food. Is there anything we need? If we're all
Yeah,
healthy?
let's go and make sure we have enough food and clothes, and we should probably tell some people, what's going on.
Don't forget that we need to be cautious.
Yeah, we'll disguise ourselves.
Well, we can also just send the people who aren't wanted in.
How do you know you're not wanted?
You do have Shala, Anthony, and Antonio, not Anthony. Antonio and
Walter.
Walter with you.
Oh, are they going to stick with us if we're not going back that scary place?
I mean, they're going. They've been hanging around with you all because they've been trying to be helpful. They're not going back to.
They would
And
love to go to
Charlotte's
Candlekeep.
coming with us.
Yeah, I'm not sure you talked to the other two about whether you want them to come along. They were going to guide you to the nearest city. That was kind of what you had asked them to do. Which
That they don't really seem the adventurer type.
I don't care if they can, cover their own food and stuff. I don't care if they come along.
I mean, I found them coming along. I'm just want to make it clear to them what could potentially happen.
Yeah, but they might really want to visit Candlekeep. It's a gap year, right?
We're just going there.
Yeah,
so,
and they know us
yeah.
already, and they trust us. So.
Yeah, and then hopefully enough. Well, if anything, we can provide them protection.
Well, I've been having them make us dinner every night. I don't know if you all know that, but that's their contribution. Yeah.
I know now.
A little weird considering we have a fucking chef, but okay.
Entirely ignoring Trevor.
Well, Trevor can have help with cleaning the vegetables
they can
cleaning up afterwards.
They've probably been his
managing the fire.
Staff.
Yeah, exactly.
2 chefs.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
And
it's too prestigious. They get line cooked.
And
do you want to ask them to come on? Are you asking them to come along?
I mean, I'm not going to ask them to come along, but I'll ask them if they want to come along.
Yeah, we're going in that direction.
We're planning to go to Candlekeep.
Yep.
If you're feeling like taking that as a travel, you can tag along with us.
It's a scary, big, dangerous place out there, as you are now aware of.
It is a very dangerous world out there. That did almost get eaten by.
Yeah, but if you're going to travel you want to travel with people who can get you out of a scary situation.
Will they go along? I don't know. Let's see. Let's find out. Let's roll a dice. See what they feel. Scandalous. Oh, they seem interested in coming along.
It's fine with me.
They'll say they'll come along to Candlekeep. They do ask not to get them into too much trouble because they really ain't the fighting type, but they're more than willing to help out with cooking and taking care of the steeders and.
Well, I would like you to copy down this notebook of maps into a book form, and I will be writing my memoirs. So I'm going to be kind of busy, so I can't do it both.
Okay. They can definitely do that.
I will also start spending some time writing, making my notes a little more orderly, writing down on parchment, so they presumably make into a book, but putting them in order, and so it's probably more understandable for someone else.
Sounds good. I'm pretty sure you know this, but they're not. You can't. It won't necessarily. Well, I don't know. Do you want to make them into Do you want to make scrolls of your spells, or do you want to just make notes of your knowledge?
No, I'm making notes on my arcane research in general.
Okay.
As a book to as something that can hopefully be turned into a book used to get into Candlekeep. And I'm obviously not. There are certain details I'm leaving out, making it so that only someone with a really high level in necromancy would be able to understand it.
Okay.
I'm deliberately trying to keep it out of the hands of people who wouldn't understand how to use it safely.
Sounds good. All right.
And y'all let me know if I need to write down those 2 locations on a piece of paper.
All right. Sounds good. So, with your travels, you are heading towards the south, the city of Nueco. Which is which is a port city on the coast.
Where's the old one?
Where's Old Co? Nueco is, like many port cities, smelling of fish. It also seems to be rather genderfied. So there is a very nice, very big, nice, rich area there also seems to be a very not so nice immigrant area. Is probably the best way to put it. It is, after all, a coast city. And it is the closest city to, well, the closest coast city to Leonis. So it doesn't take you very long to start seeing a lot of refugees from Leonis trying to get into Nueco. Most of them are being held in what more or less amounts to like storage containers. Because they're just, they're not supposed to be here.
So it's like a favela almost.
Yeah. So you ain't supposed to be
This
here.
all sounds so familiar to me, an American.
Yeah. So we have fun little holding camps for people. In Nueco. As refugees from Leonis try to make their way in, but are unable to. Otherwise, pretty much anything that it's a big enough city that anything you kind of want to find yourselves here, you could find yourself with before you head out before you try to find a boat to Candlekeep.
I will have my hood and cowl up, covering my head and face.
Well, I will. How much of the things that me and Felix are writing do we actually get written on the trip there?
Okay, let's see. You wanted to write arcane stuff, so you roll me an Arcana.
Okay.
And then Felix, what were you trying to write?
Felix probably started out not wanting to write too much, but once she got started, she got angry, and then she saw all these refugees, and so now she's writing a complete tell-all of everything. She's writing about the king of Leonis being the murderer of the princess. She's writing about their travels in the Underdark. She's writing about dead people.
Popping off.
She is right. She's literally just everything, everything that she could think of, including the Godstream, including the destruction of the mage. It's like the full autobiography.
The full autobiography of Felix.
Of Felix Felkarin.
Okay. Let's go with persuasion with advantage for you. So you're just going all into your life there.
Yeah, unfortunately, she has just too much of that chaotic nature to keep her mouth shut when she should. So just a little too much. All right. Persuasion. Where are you, persuasion? There you are. Not really my best. I'll luck that.
Okay.
Yeah, 17.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. As far we'll just to make it pages easier. Your roll, we're just gonna multiply it by 5, and that's how many pages you wrote out. So Horatio, it's 5 times 12, 70
So
something.
60.
60. And Felix, it's 17 times 5.
All right.
And that's how many pages of stuff you
At
wrote down.
105?
Yeah, I think so.
That's a lot of pages.
That's a lot of pages. You really got, like, the first bit was really slow, but as you got thinking about it, it really just came pouring right out.
It's one of those slow to start books.
Yes.
What's the target?
You're gonna find out, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I've been getting to Candlekeep lately, so I know a little bit about how, like, they have, they're interested in original things. And so, but it's kind of weird. Like Candlekeep is known a lot for its famous books, but you can also go there to get like historical music or even like recipes. So it's kind of up to the people at the door if they think it has value to the library.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not what I meant. My target.
Oh,
My target is like, is there
Target audience.
no,
You mean
like,
genre?
pages?
no? Yes, pages is what is having written 60 pages. Does that because I don't know arcane writing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how much of what I know does that encompass? Just so I have an idea of how much am I handing over? Would I be handing over at this point?
Oh,
That's
I mean,
barely even
again,
a novella.
I think Preet would have an
I
answer.
think, yeah, I think from what you describe it, Horatio is holding back quite a bit. Unlike Felix is going all out. She is describing events, time travel, treachery, mineralogy, political affairs that have never been heard of in Historia, and are questionably heard of in Leonis. Horatio is writing
More of a textbook.
Chemistry 101?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not a 101. It's probably a little higher.
Little higher than 101, but like that's kind of what
103.
Yeah, that's what more or less what Horatio has written. Like first, maybe second year chemistry.
Which some
magic.
things that wouldn't be known generally.
Yeah. Felix
At
has
least for
definitely written
necromancy.
something that is far more unique. So yeah, that's where you'll all be at.
No, but like that still doesn't answer my question of like how much have I included? Like it's more of a question of like, is 60 pages, like, does that encompass all that I would reasonably want to write? Am I halfway? Like it's.
Do you mean is there a
how much
page
do you want to
limit?
put in there?
Well, not like a page limit, but like I told you.
Within the 60 pages that he was able to write, was that enough pages for him to get down everything he was within the time that he had?
Yes. Like I have a rough goal, and
Still a couple days.
So your goal, pretty much what I set it at is your goal was 10 or DC 10.
Okay.
So you are 2 above that.
So you wrote
pages.
a little bit more.
So you are 10 pages above.
That's fine. That's all I wanted to know. Like,
yes,
it's more so don't hand in a half-finished book.
Yeah. No. So yes, if you were turning this, well, you besides needing a whole bunch of editing, probably. If you were going to turn this as like a book on necromancy shit, besides a little bit of editing, this wouldn't be a bad start at all. You're adding about 10 pages worth of extra stuff that no one has ever heard of.
Oh yeah.
So you're at necromancy 101 plus 10 pages.
Okay.
Yeah, the DC was pretty low, and then extra is what really.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so you now have quite a few extra companions. You guys keep getting extra.
You keep giving them to us.
You get rid of interns. You get rid of interns, and you keep getting more interns. So, you make it to
us.
I know they're fun though. With Antonio and Walter hanging around, is there anything you want to do in the city before you? I don't know. I don't even know how you're getting to the Candlekeep itself.
Yeah, that's one.
You're in the city. What are you going to do?
Well, we need to actually turn the things we've written into books, so we probably need to find a bookbinder.
What?
I'm sure with my sleight of hand, I can
also,
just bind them myself.
I mean, that's a special skill, but
Yeah, I mean, you can try.
Book
for sure.
binding's not that.
I mean, we also have
hard.
an
Also, they
official.
have like a publisher seal on them, so they look a bit
Mhm.
more official. And you can have copies made too then while you're there,
Mhm.
so you don't have to just give away your only one.
I mean, I already have all this knowledge written down.
Okay. Well, if you want to have it, I mean,
True.
just saying, if you want to have it bound.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
bad.
I probably also need a bit of like a couple of days to like do some editing so it actually look like so it reads nice.
Yeah. So at this point, it's really just how much time do you want to spend here?
Well, we also
Before
have
we
to
all- and
figure
then-
out the
A boat.
shipping. Yeah.
Yes.
And we might also know, I don't know what the climate is now. Is it going to be colder on the sea? Or are we going to need
No. So you're pretty much in like this, just a little bit south. If this were a globe, you're pretty much just a little bit south of this Mediterranean. So
Hmm.
it's pretty toasty here all year round.
a... Okay.
Ew.
A
Yeah.
couple
I mean, it's
things
good
that
for Etsley, but not for me.
that we will try to do. I would like to sell some of our friggin' 50 million guns that we have.
You do have a whole lot of guns.
Oh yeah,
Um,
we have so many.
I would.
guns.
We have to pay Tiaho,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
and I was going to talk to her because I know that she'll probably be very disappointed about what happened with Eric.
Mm-hmm.
So
Ooh,
those
and
are
I
some
wanna
things.
I want to sell my basilisk parts to someone.
Oh yeah, I forgot you have basilisk.
Yeah, I have a pouch
Okay.
of basilisk teeth,
Yeah, I forgot about
basilisk eye, and I have two basilisk eyes and 2 vials of basilisk bile.
that. Okay, so let's start with you have guns. You have a whole lot of guns. How many guns do you have left to sell?
That is a good question. I'm not 100% sure. Did we? Because
You sold like none of them.
we sold a few.
You
but
sold a
then-
few to yeah.
But then we kept a whole bunch and we never sold any more.
Yeah.
So I think we had like 100 or something ridiculous like that. I don't
have it
really
written down. I
remember.
only have the God stream.
Yeah, you guys have. Let me see if I wrote it down. You did have a lot of guns. Did I write down how many guns
discussed
you had?
cases? Like,
Oh
Yeah, we had a whole
I was looking
case.
at my bio notes, and I completely forgot that Etsley now has a cool scar on her face.
You do.
I don't have any notes on that.
Not on my scar.
No, on the guns.
Just kidding.
Yeah,
Um,
no. Yeah,
I
nada.
completely forgot about that.
I mean, I might have to go back and like try to see if I can find it. But
Man, next time Claire sees Etsley, she's gonna have this big ass scar on her face.
okay, here we go. Guns. You have. Mhm. Oh God, there's so many notes here. Outfits, Godstream, guns. My goodness, there's so many things. I know. I have so many things.
it's not his fault. We should know, but I
Yeah.
did not write it down. I don't think so. I'd have to go back and find the episode and.
I have 10 guns plus 20 bullets, which I think is what you sold at
Sold.
some point.
Yeah,
Didn't we have
that's what we
40?
sold.
Didn't we have 40? Does that sound right?
It's something.
I wouldn't be surprised
I
if
mean-
it was 40.
Well, no, I mean, like, I thought we had like 40 keys. That can't be right. God, we had like
No.
100 things, and oh, dang it, we had the math. We did so much math
We did do so much math.
for these guns.
You guys
We
have-
did so much math.
I'm gonna have to.
So-
Yeah, the nice part is we can look back and look at this, but I feel like at some point I told you
Can we just retcon the sale in the next session?
we're gonna have to retcon the sale. But yes, you can. Whoever wants to help out with the sale, And depending on, well, I guess how are you going to sell them, and then
I mean, I have a
roll.
plus 14 to persuasion, so I can definitely help.
Yeah, and we should
Go
wear
to
our
random
fancy
people and-
clothes.
I
that
did
help with that.
negotiate.
That's true.
I will, when
Politics.
she's speaking, I will give her bardic inspiration to persuade.
So how are you going to sell your guns?
I mean, is there a weapons store shop? Like
Weapons
have
store shop?
have a like we should probably go see like and have a look around the town or the city and like see what's there, and maybe there's a shop that would reasonably be a place that would sell the guns that we can sell them. And we can sell them to them.
Okay.
Oh, I thought of another idea for a little book thing.
All right.
We could write down how we made the guns.
That's true.
Patent
Okay,
pen.
so you are going to your plan is to try to find a weaponsmith and sell it to them. Is that what I got out?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That'll be first plan anyway. Plan
Yeah, I
A.
don't think like the alternative would be setting up a weird like setting up a place to sell and trying to sell them each individually, which might
Okay.
take some time.
Okay, so so your plan is to just pretty much go to the store and be what kind of start pawn shop and be like, hey, we want to pawn these off on you.
No, maybe not a pawn shop. Maybe more like the place.
No, not a pawn shop, a weaponsmith. But he just means we're going
Like
to.
you're gonna resell. You're gonna resell.
Oh yeah, in bulk. Yes.
In bulk. Okay. So, yes, you have with your shirts or your clothes, you can do your persuasion with advantage, and inspiration and guidance. Since I'm guessing you all are planning this shit out.
Yes.
It's not just walking in. So, feel free to whoever is going to do that, throw it all in at once.
Probably.
What?
Actually,
Actually, it's you. You're
Oh,
trying to be
persuasion?
and you have inspiration and guidance.
Oh, okay.
And
After I
advantage.
roll,
And
just tell me what I
advantage.
need to roll.
An advantage.
Just tell me what I need to roll.
persuasion with advantage.
With advantage.
Okay,
Holy shit!
and then
roll a
what?
d4, and then roll a d10.
there you go.
Holy shit! Plus 9.
All right. We should
that's
keep out just
43.
enough for ourselves, but
many?
sell
How many do
all
you
the
want?
rest.
So how many are you
much?
trying? How many? Give me a percentage wise what you're trying to sell.
Like 95.
Yeah, 95 sounds good.
It's hard to say when we don't know how many guns we have.
I really don't know. Yeah.
It's probably easy to say that we want to keep, like, how many guns would we want to keep?
4?
Felix, Tiaho, and Etzley have all practiced with them at least somewhat. So
Or is yours
3 guns.
unlikely to start actually
I think-
using it?
I think Preet wants a gun.
yeah.
Okay, so
That
that's 4
seems in
guns.
character.
Yeah.
So
So
keep
4?
4 guns.
Ha! I
Yeah.
guessed the right
Maybe
number.
5. Have an extra one in case one breaks or something.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe one of the nerds will pick one up.
Yeah. So
Okay.
5, and then
5 guns.
a reasonable amount of bullets for.
And then
Who knows? Maybe some magical dropout will stop by and pick himself
know,
up a
pick
couple
up
of guns
all
before
the
joining the
bullets.
circus.
And then you want to sell the rest. Okay. Between now and next week, I will let you know how much you are selling all of those for. With that kind of roll, probably a good chunk of change. Honestly,
That
So,
is fucking amazing.
that is a ridiculous roll. So you are probably going to sell them for a good chunk of change. I have it written. I know how much they cost individually. I just have to sit down. And
It's
figure out
so
how much.
useful to have a plus 14 to persuasion.
Yeah, I just have to figure out how much.
that and
what
the
it is.
fact that you can't roll like below a certain thing.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know why I'm anything else but a rogue.
I don't know why you try to intimidate people. That's my favorite part to see you. Like, I'm going to intimidate them. And
I
then
just
you-
want to be scary, okay? I
You're
can't help
not.
that I'm such a cute snake lady.
You have the same problem that Herrick had, where like you would think he would be scary, being a big like lizard man, but nope.
Exactly. You would think Etsley would be scary, but she has never been
not.
the person to intimidate. She's just the one that does the killing.
Yep. Okay.
She's the assassin.
So between now and next week, I will figure out exactly how much money that is. I do not know.
Great.
So it's in my notes for next week. Okay. So anything else you want to do in this city before you leave?
I was still going to talk to Tiaho and Tayer.
and my basilisk stuff.
Basilisk stuff, yes. Okay, let's
Yeah,
go to
I
Tiaho
wanna-
because
I wanna
I got to look up your basilisk stuff.
Yeah,
Basilisk.
I want to know what each of these things do, and then I'll sell them based on whether or not I want to keep them.
Mm-hmm.
What
Yes.
are like potion ingredients?
Yeah. So let's start with Tiaho.
Okay.
We're gonna sell her.
No, I'm going to sit down with Tiaho and I'm going to say,
Horatio, why do you want to sell her? Why do you want to sell her? That's so mean.
No, I didn't want to sell her. I thought that that she was implying that Felix was implying she wanted to sell her, but apparently it's something else.
go, you guys, we're going to have a conversation. You guys go scoot.
Okay. I'm gonna see about the basilisk stuff. I'll be back.
You do that. That's a good idea. And Horatio, maybe go see if
You are by
can't
the ocean
find.
now.
Yeah, you go look at the water. My goodness,
Oh, fresh
Tiaho, my dear. I wanted to have a chance to sit down and talk to you, because I don't know about you, but I cried a little bit when we couldn't resurrect our friends, and I just wanted to touch base.
It appears that Sir Herrick is in trouble. And I believe we should do everything we can to rescue him.
And that's what we're doing here. That's the only clue we have is somewhere in Candlekeep. This lady, Evie Bongs or something.
Yes.
Blogs. Her name is Evie Blogs.
Mm-hmm. But sure hope that Sir Herrick is okay. But I just want to make sure that we try our best to get him back.
We will.
I will say, ma'am, I'm very honored to serve over you. You have shown great wisdom in your decisions.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, I try. That's about as much as I can say for that. A lot of times I feel like it's just one thing after another. Always just getting crazier and crazier around here. But I try.
Well, it's an honor. It's an honor to serve in your company.
Well, thank you. Speaking of which, I think we owe you like 100 gold.
Yes, ma'am. I have been keeping track of that.
Oh, okay. I give her 100 gold.
I will take them out with the kitty.
Thank you. And then I'm gonna kind of like, Felix is gonna try to put her arm around her a little bit and just pat on her shoulder.
Yes. At first, she doesn't know what to do about it. She just kind of like stands extra tall, and then as she notices what you're trying to do, she kind of leans into you a little bit. Ma'am.
Yeah.
Would it be all right if I tried to upgrade some of my equipment before we leave?
Oh, do whatever you like. If you need more money, let me know.
Thank you. So she's going to be off to do her things. Maybe get herself some magic items. She probably needs some. Okay. Takes us to
Basilisk?
Basilisk stuff. Okay. So, and that's not the one that she don't want to open.
Hell yeah.
Basilisk stuff.
It's an interesting song.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man, look at you being all rich. Sorry, let me add her money. Okay. So, Basilisk stuff. What do you have?
I have 1 pouch of basilisk teeth. I have 2 basilisk eyes.
So you could probably double it for like 20 gold.
Yeah.
If you found somebody who could craft things, you can have basilisk gaze poison. And with all the items you have, you could probably make about 5.
I have a vial of that. I can make 5 vials. I'll have 6.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I'm so gonna find someone to make poison for me.
Mm-hmm. So that's what you can do with that. Basilisk gaze poison is what you can make out of them.
I so want 6 vials of that.
All right.
Who knows when I'll use it?
But you're gonna have it.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So yeah, that's
crazy.
what you can
I'm
do.
a wild card. Who knows when I'll use it? You never know.
Getting them done.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 1 second.
Oh, did I? Okay, no. I thought I clicked something.
No, you're fine. I gotta look up how much it takes for you to craft them. Because it's been a bit since I've used this book. Okay, crafting. Okay, you are doing basilisk.
Basilisk stuff.
Basilisk poison. That's not what I want. Okay, basilisk poison is...
I'm gonna have so much poison.
It's an uncommon item, so...
Yeah.
To craft it...
Uh-huh.
It would... Okay, so to craft each one, it would cost you 50 gold.
Okay.
To craft each one.
Each one.
By the way, but by the time you get them done, each one of them is going to be worth 200 gold pieces. So you could sell them for quite a bit.
So I can spend the money on making them, then sell a few of them, but keep some.
Mm-hmm. If you'd like to.
I'm gonna do that. That sounds like a great idea.
Okay, so yes. I said you had 5, enough for 5 vials.
Yes.
So to get them, it'll be 5 times 50, so whatever that is. I'm sure better math.
Someone do math for me. I don't want to.
5 times 50, whatever that is. I don't even know what that is.
Someone smarter than me do math.
5 times what?
250.
250, yay. Okay, so it's 250 to gold to make them done. You now have 6 files. Each of them is worth 200.
Okay, hold on. So that was 250.
Mm-hmm. So you can take 250 out of your purse.
Okay.
And now each one of the things that you own are worth 200.
Boop. 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 Okay. So I want to sell 6 in total. So I want to sell 3 of them.
Okay. Roll me a quick persuasion. Which you're pretty high on anyway, so yeah, no, you'll easily, you know what, at a 24, you can sell 3 of them for 250 each.
250 each?
Mm-hmm. So that leaves you at 750 extra gold pieces.
Okay. 750.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. I just remembered that all I have to do is swipe on my iPad, and I immediately have a calculator at the ready.
There you go. And I think that more or less covers that.
Oh, woo! So now I have 3.
So basilisk gaze, poisons.
Yes, I do.
All right.
Who
Anyone
knows when
else?
I'll
What
use
does
them.
anyone else want to do while they are here?
It's good.
Preet's good. Horatio?
I don't think there's really any. Like, there's probably on.
Oh my gosh, I have 12
The
poisons.
only thing I would want. So currently my barrier tattoo is medium. If I could find or see if there's a very the large version is a very rare, and it would only be a +1 to my AC, which is already pretty high for visit. So I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
That would be really expensive too.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend some time writing, doing the editing, getting that done.
Okay. Working on your book.
Yeah, and then once I have the editing done, I'm gonna go out and find a bookbinder to get it bound.
Okay.
That's what I want to do.
That's what you want to do?
Felix will pass along her book and ask you to bind it and get a copy, an extra copy as well.
Yeah, I'll do that. Oh,
and probably the notebook books too. Have they finished copying that?
The which ones? Oh,
yeah.
Oh yeah. You had the 2 guys working on it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Are 2 guys who will definitely not become interns.
Will definitely not become interns. I think.
no.
I think at this point, Preet's hoping something with them because she's just keeping them around.
I do enjoy them.
Okay. So, let's see. With both of them working on those, they're about halfway done. So together, you'd probably need to spend another week getting things bound up, getting your books bound up, and getting them copied over.
I mean, that's
I guess that's
fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we go look for some healing potions or something? So we have that.
Yes.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
That sounds like an idea.
Like a couple of greater healing or
maybe
superior.
just see if what potpourri spells might be on offer.
Right now,
I mean we're eventually going to need things that will help us with our resistance to magical whatnots.
Yeah. Let's have a look and see if there's any.
Oh, I have a potion of heroism. Dope.
Huh. Any interesting spell scrolls or potions or something in any of the stores?
So let me get something for that. Come on, internet, do not fail me now. I need you. All right. So, in the kind of city that you are in, is there anything in particular you're looking for, or just anything?
Well, we're probably looking for some health potions, and we'll probably be looking for either spells or potions that will help us resist magical effects.
Okay. So let's start with potions. And you're looking specifically for things that will help you resist magical effects. So you find just walking around in the city, Potions of animal friendship, climbing, greater healing, which I think you guys were looking for anyway. Potions of growth. Lots of potions of healing, potions of heroism, potions of longevity, storm giant strength, and superior healing. So lots of good amount of healing potions. Is more or less it.
Invest, I think.
Yeah, and the healing potion.
Yeah.
And let's get something for the strength, because literally, we all are could use a little more strength.
The word is wimp.
Mm-hmm.
I like to think of it as toned.
I have no strengths.
I'm relying on someone who has no muscles, literally.
Literally no muscles. You're not wrong. Okay. So
Strength
you can get two potions of greater healing.
Who's taking notes?
Micro.
I'll note down the prices and stuff, and we can share them out.
Okay, potions of greater healing.
That's an uncommon item.
Thank you. That's what I was looking for. So those are $250 each. So if you want both of them, that's $500.
Okay.
Do it.
I could always negotiate.
Potions of healing, those are common, so those are $50.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, $25. Those are $25 each, and you can find 3 of those if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
So 3 healing, so that's $75.
Mm-hmm.
And then 1 of superior healing, which is rare, which is going to be $500.
How many of them did you say?
Just a single one of those.
Okay.
Do we want that?
I mean, I think 2 greater and 3 normal. Like, we do also have healers.
Yeah.
It's
And like I
more
said, I have 2 potions of healing.
Yeah, I think the 2 greater and 2 normal for
3 normal.
575.
Okay. And then the potion of, because somebody asked, the potion of strength, it is storm giant strength, is quite pricey. It's 25,000 gold pieces.
Well, that's a ripoff.
It is
Unless it
giant.
lasts
You want me to
That is
negotiate?
all that we don't have the money for that in the kidding.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, that would we do, but it would basically we would have like 400 left.
I really don't see that as good investment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
Like a belt of strength, maybe I could see that, but sheesh.
Don't we have gauntlets of?
You have gauntlets of strength, I think.
Yeah, that Chia was wearing, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So yeah, she could be the strong one.
Okay.
At least until we get Herrick back.
Should we get the healing potions?
All except for the superior.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, we could get the superior too. It wouldn't kill us, but
Yeah. Actually, which is the opposite of killing us.
true.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, we can get it. It's better to have it and not need it than
To need it,
need
not
it
have it.
and not have it. You know.
Yep.
Okay. Which is what? That was 500 for it?
Greater healing. So sorry, superior healing. Yes.
It's a rare, I believe.
It is rare. Yeah, 500.
Okay.
Hey, tell you what. Why don't you try to talk them down?
It's true.
Good looking.
Would you like me to persuade?
Yeah. I would like you to attempt persuasions.
Okay.
Persuasions. Oh my goodness, you are rolling so high.
Well, remember, like
I know she can't. She can literally not roll.
The lowest she can roll is like 24.
All right, let's see. You will get. Jesus fuck! You really liked you.
What?
He really liked you.
I wouldn't.
He is going to.
I am very cute.
He is going to give you a 50% discount on your whole thing.
Hell yeah. Y'all are welcome.
Well, let's see.
I mean, it is canon that Etsley is hot.
That's true. That's 5. So that's 537.5.
There you go.
No, I will take that out of the kitty.
Thank you, dear sir. And she's gonna give him a wink.
He does ask if he can have your message tone number.
She's gonna be like, "I'm sorry, I'm taken," and then just strut out.
Oh, and heartbreaker over here. Just
that's
fucking
brutal.
cold.
That is brutal.
Okay.
Y'all have.
I mean, it is what it is, you know. I don't think you should have been so presumptuous there, Mr. Guy with the potions.
IRL pasta is meaner. Etsley's being nice.
So, okay, so how are we distributing these potions out?
I think Etsley usually needs help.
Needs all of them.
I
Probably
mean,
spread them around.
I am always diving headfirst
But
into battle.
You said you had some already.
I have 2 potions of healing.
What about
Okay,
but
so
not?
that's-
Yeah, the better one though. Probably.
Should we give her the
The potions I
Yeah.
have is a
Yeah.
potion of heroism and 2 potions of healing.
Yeah.
Alright.
But we're
Yeah,
talking about
let's-
giving you superior.
Etsley gets the superior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then there's 3 normals
Let's
and
get
2 greater.
Tiaho a couple of healing potions too.
Sounds good.
Okay. She already has 1 healing potion on her. One normal. So maybe give her one of the greater ones.
Sure.
Okay. That leaves us with 1 greater and 3 normal.
Felix is going to say, "You guys split them up. I got a couple of healing potions." Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I can take. Do you want the 3 normal or the greater?
I will take. You get the greater and. Yeah, if you take the I don't really get that much into, and I have ways of getting health
Mm-hmm.
by killing things. So, why
How
don't
about
you
Preet
take
gets a greater and
Yeah.
one of the potions of healing, and then you
That
get
is-
2 of them.
That is exactly what I was gonna suggest.
I can
Okay.
read minds.
All right.
Well, you do also know me very well, so.
And I was gonna make a joke about having a medallion of thoughts, so
That's
I can
true.
literally read minds.
All right. I've got the 2 healing potions noted in my itinerary.
Well, one normal and 1 greater.
Yep, that's what I meant.
Cool. Oh, that's that figure out.
Perfect.
Any
And, yeah.
interesting spell scrolls?
Spell scrolls. Let's see.
I am a man of many spells.
There are quite a bit. Is there any rarity? Because there is a whole lot.
The rarity, I believe the rarity is set by the level of them.
Okay.
First level.
So I'll let
cantrips
you
are
know
like-
what you find. So throughout your week of hanging around here, you find a scroll of protection, a scroll of blink, augury,
protection from what?
undead,
Okay, protection from undead, and then what?
augury,
How the fuck do you spell that?
AUGURY.
That's a useful spell if we can find it. We can get it.
Oh, it's like a divination thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's a second level, so that would be an uncommon. Not too expensive. And then what did you say?
Blink.
It's also not a bad spell.
Yeah. Blur.
Hmm?
Blur. Which charm person. Dark vision. I'm not sure you guys need, but you have it. Guardian of faith.
That do. Probably quite expensive since it's a fourth.
It's rare. Yeah, it's rare, so it's probably pricey.
Oh, that's the big dude that like will beat you up. I think augury and charm person wouldn't be a bad idea. Like I wouldn't mind having like writing down and getting charm person. Sort of. That would help a little. I don't know. What does other people say?
I think augury is. How much is it?
I think
It is an uncommon spell, so
it's a
you are.
second level.
Oof, I hate the range of these. Let me roll a dice here. Figure out.
Are you
Can you
thinking?
still?
Is this the one that allows you to ask the dam to like you roll bones and you get some
Yeah.
sort of portents?
Yes. Do you still need
So the
that
guy
if you
that's
have the
selling it
scroll?
is selling it for 500 gold pieces.
Okay.
Etsley, come work your magic.
There you go.
He'll give you a 10% discount, so 50 gold pieces off of it. So 450.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Well,
Like-
I mean, remember, I can just learn it, and then,
All right.
and it's a virtual casting, so
All right,
He
go
can just
for
keep
then.
it on. He can just keep it for himself forever and ever.
All right,
Amen.
sounds good.
yeah. I will remove 450.
Full bitty.
I will do some. I will have Google do math for me.
As it should.
Oh.
That's what it's there for.
And then I will. Well, it's not really. The scroll is the scroll consumed by me learning it?
Yes.
Okay.
If I remember the rules right, I'd have to look at wizards, but I think it does. It's in wizards stuff. And it's not in your school, so you'd have to pay the regular
Yeah.
price.
Yeah, yeah. D- d- da, 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 da. It doesn't actually say that it gets destroyed.
Oh, I'm gonna have to read through the rules then. But if it doesn't,
Not,
then sure it doesn't.
at least not on the copying a spell into the book in the with
Mhm.
it.
I'll read into it, and if it doesn't, that's fine. I really don't
Okay,
know. I
well,
don't
I'll
play
add
wizards enough.
That augury was what? It was second.
It's a second level spell. Yes.
So that's gonna be 4 hours. That's gonna take 4 hours to write in and cost 100 gold.
Okay. And that is now permanently yours.
Another thing that Felix is going to do is going to keep an eye out for a particular boat that she might know. Kind of
Okay.
wander by the docks every day, just take a quick look around.
Maybe possibly it had been pirated by a group of incredibly good-looking pirates.
You can roll a perception.
I will assist on that.
Good. 19.
Good night. Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay. Okay. Things that you remember from the boat that you stole,
Borrowed.
Privateered.
Yes. Is that you kind of took that on the southwestern side of Historia. The chances are that the underground path probably led to the sea on the western side of Historia. You are now on the eastern side of Historia. It making it out here is fairly unlikely, unless they're being
It would probably take about 3 months.
ridiculously adventurous.
All
So
right.
if you look at the map, the more than likely the tunnel is let out somewhere out in this area.
All right. And the other thing that we have to know is it possible to get a boat that will take our carts?
I mean, can we just have
if
Etzli
not-
work for it? It'll be fine.
Honestly, with the amount of money you have, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, like you're not gonna struggle a
Between
whole
me
lot.
and Pre, we'll get it.
Yeah, you have enough money
We'll twerk
and
for it.
enough pull to get. You can rent out a whole boat just for the 6-7 of you. Just like this whole boat, that's ours.
All right. All good.
We've got
Just
plenty
checking.
of booty.
Ha ha ha.
Yar.
So yeah, no, finding the boat for your needs is not going to be difficult. It's just how much money you're willing to spend on it.
All right.
So that's really your only hiccup at this point.
Yeah, I'm of the school of throw money at your problems.
Yeah, and you honestly have enough
Yeah,
money
that sounds
that
like a
you
good idea.
can. You can throw money at your
We have a
problems.
lot. We have almost 25,000 plus whatever people have in their
Mm-hmm.
private
in their
island.
personals. Yeah.
I have a little
So-
over 1,000.
Yeah, so renting out a boat for your travels to Candlekeep specifically, like you could ferry your way there if you wanted to for a couple of gold.
How much? How much is gonna cost to get the books bound and made copies of things?
Book and
We have like 3 books that need to be bound and 2 that need to be copied.
two that need to be copied. Let's go with. Why isn't there a services chart for this? Who knows? That's why. That doesn't help
One
me at all.
gold for all of it.
No. Honestly, it'll probably. Let's go with 2 gold each. So it's probably not going to cost you very much.
Okay. So
I'll be like, pay a little extra, make them
Yeah.
nice and shiny.
Yeah, you guys are really doing a very mundane, one of the very few mundane things you are doing.
Yeah.
Like I said, bookbinding is so fucking easy. Unless
but
you
we
want
want it like real fancy.
Oh,
Real
so gilded
professional.
let's just say 10 since we're also making them fancy.
Sure.
Gilded pages.
Yeah.
Fancy books.
There we go.
Alright.
We now have
All right. So do we have enough
Pages.
books for everybody?
1, 2.
I think we had enough books for everybody before you all started writing your books, so we are good on books.
Okay.
Yes.
And I always have my secrets.
All right. Any last things in the city before you get going?
Well, my question is, are we going to leave it here for tonight and negotiate like the trip over, or did you want us to negotiate the travel over? And because it's getting like 4:30 here.
Yeah, no, I think this is a good spot to stop because I gotta do some math about how, because you have spent a lot of money. You have also made a lot of money that I gotta figure
On
out
the
because I
guns,
don't
yes.
remember.
Yeah.
Gun money.
You have made god money, so I think this is a good spot to
points.
stop. It also
We have
is
become
not gonna lie where simulation ends anyway. Because
Yeah.
I wasn't entirely sure what you
Yeah.
were all gonna do, so I
That's
don't
fine.
have a candle keep map
We have-
ready. But
we become part of the military-industrial complex.
honestly, so I think this is a very good spot to stop
Excellent.
Yeah.
So,
for today.
well,
Arms dealers.
We
Thank you.
invest in it so that we can destroy it later.
so thank you to my fellow players. Thank you to R&D for running a very fun game once again.
Yes.
And if people want to come back and find out what Candlekeep is like in R&D's world, join us next week, same bat time, same bat channel. And so until then, it's all that's left to be said is goodbye from me and goodbye from the party. Say goodbye, party.
Goodbye,
Goodbye,
Bye, party.
Hey, we did the bit.
Woot.
Woo bits.
The bits.